An immortal comes down to take disciples. Out of 16 villagers, 15 have the potential to be emperors. Only you, the transmigrator, have the potential of a farmer. Luckily, before the immortal left, she gave you a cultivation manual. Mine. Breath. Drink water. What the hell? What the hell does this say? This isn't even Chinese. That bitch screwed me over. Because you were born weak. You never learned this world's writing. But that won't stop you. As everyone knows, writing evolved from shapes. You can guess as you learn. This manual has 10 pages. Legend says cultivation has 10 realms. Could each page mean one realm? Once you figure out the key, you begin training by copying the little figures in the manual. But moments later, your lower belly starts to ache. It really works. Just then, An San walks in with 2 steamed buns. Xiaoyun, what are you doing? Auntie, why'd you come in without knocking? Kid, if I ain't afraid, what are you afraid of? I've seen it all. An San puts the buns on the table. She tells you to eat, then leaves. Before leaving, she sighs deeply. This kid took a real hard hit. He's even holding the book upside down. Soon, you find yourself bleeding all over. Holy shit, did I reach Qi refining level 1? My body got cleansed? Is this all the impurities in my body? After bathing, you take out a bronze mirror. Black energy seems to swirl around your brow. Is this the highest realm of martial arts? 3 flowers crowned? That cultivation manual is amazing. I hit the peak of martial arts right after starting. Walking outside, you feel refreshed, though you see double a little. Must be from suddenly gaining such great power. My body isn't used to it yet. Aunt Wang, heading to the fields? I'm your second uncle. What about that one up front? That's your Uncle Niu. You shake your head? Dizziness is normal, even if all these symptoms seem wrong. The key in my dancing can't be wrong. 3 years later, something seems off here. The old immortal who wrote this must have used the wrong word. You train while revising the manual. The first page is completely unrecognizable. You even add Chinese notes. After training, you go plow Aunt Sun's field. But after you leave, 2 masked men sneak into your home. Unaware of it all, you pull the plow through the field. Can't help it. The village's only ox was punched to death by you last year. Now you're the village ox. Xiaoyun, wanna take a break? Are you kidding? I'm a Qi refining immortal. Why would I need a break to plow? An San says nothing more. After plowing half an acre, you squat by the ridge and take a sip of water. Wonder what realm they're at. Even I, with no spirit root, reached Qi refining. They must be at core formation by now. Or nascent soul. Surely not spirit transformation. Xiaoyun, a teacher, came to the village. The chief wants you back to greet him. Coming. You rush back to the village. Teachers are rare these days. They're really impressive. The chief says you're diligent and eager to learn, but lack a good teacher. Now that I'm passing through, I can teach you a thing or two. You are overjoyed to hear that. You quickly write a few words on the ground. Sir, how are these words pronounced? These 5 words mean mystical heaven Qi refining art. At those words, you freeze in place. 5 words? Isn't that 7 damn words? Isn't it great Tao boundless cup smashing hand? On the way home, you're in a daze. I trained wrong for 3 whole years. A method for absorbing heaven and earth's Qi was turned into body-hardening inner arts by me. I need to ask the teacher about every word. Meanwhile, in Shiji village next to Shangba village, Shilong and Shihu excitedly look at the rare book in their hands. We found it. This word is pronounced Zhuan. Mystic Gate Earth-swallowing art. Quick, look up what it says inside. Big brother, doesn't this look like bedroom arts? What do you know? That's what makes it profound. After checking for a while, they begin training by copying the figures. Meanwhile, you just get home and find the manual that always lay on the table has vanished without a trace. You tug hard at your hair. My head itches. Feels like I'm getting smarter again. Though the manual was stolen, you don't lose heart. You'd read it thousands of times over 3 years. You remember 80% of it. As for the other 20%, guessing it is easy. You immediately write and draw on the dirt wall the manual the fairy gave you. Could be called Mystical Heaven Breathing Art version 1.0. The one you misread and trained was version 2.0. And this rewritten, revised version, you call version 3.0. The people of Flying Immortal Holy Land still train version 1.0, while I'm already on version 3.0. How could they compare to me? Once done, you immediately circulate the art. At once you feel an inner bottleneck loosen. In less than half an hour, the ki vortex in your danshin explodes. Did I break through? The powerful feeling gives you the sense that you're invincible. After sorting it out, you punch straight at the door. The wooden door bursts apart. So strong. Too strong. Forget the door. Whatever. As Shamba Village's only young man, why care about a broken dirt house door? But you soon find a serious problem. Where did my ki vortex go? And where's my Tao foundation? Was this manual written wrong? After thinking it over, you can only think of one possibility. Legend says cultivation requires pills. Most likely, it's because I didn't take any pills. Thinking that, you find a hoe in the yard. You plan to dig up rare herbs in the mountains and make pills. But as you pass Shiji village, you see a horrifying sight. The whole village is devoid of life. Bodies lie scattered all over the ground. How ruthless can this illiterate guy be? He guesses his way through cultivation. He dares rewrite it from just a table of contents. He makes himself bleed all over, and even trains away his danshin ki vortex. Yet he doesn't think the manual is wrong. Instead, he blames it on not taking pills. So he heads into the mountains for rare herbs. But when he passes Shiji village, he finds it was already massacred by someone mysterious. Holy shit, people are dead. Even after 2 lifetimes. You've never seen anything like this. You panic and sprint home. Hey, was that Hua Xiaoyuan who just ran past? He's so fast. Not many foundation establishment cultivators can run that fast. But nothing on land can run that fast. I've never seen anything like it. Bai Dao then came to your house. You were curled up under the covers, shaking. But the moment he lifted a corner of the blanket, a piercing scream made his ears ring. Sir, save me. Someone's after you. No. Did you offend someone powerful? I don't think so. What happened? To scare you this badly? You calmed down a bit, then shakily told him what you saw in Shijiaken. What were you doing in Shijiaken? An immortal from the Flying Immortal Sanctuary gave me a cultivation manual. My cultivation's been slow lately, so I went up the mountain to dig for spirit herbs. Bai Dao looked at the mud wall. His face went dark. What the hell is all this? Not only are all the words wrong, but just look at that meridian chart. Training like this will make you lose control. Fine, we know each other. Confucians believe in teaching all. With that, he pulled out a book.
Take this.
Don't train blindly again. Heotian Longevity Art. This is the Confucian Righteous Ki Manual. It builds righteous ki with endless uses. What does righteous ki look like? What can it do? Righteous ki has no form or color. It is heaven and earth's pure ki. It nourishes the soul and wards off all evil. You'll see someday. Though Bai Dao said that, he didn't think you'd succeed. To cultivate righteous ki, you must hold justice in your heart. Those weak of heart can never begin. After explaining, Bai Dao left. She'd wanted you to take her to Shijiaken, but you refused to leave the house. Your scared look made her mad. With that mindset, you want righteous ki? You're dreaming. After Bai Dao left, you began studying it. The righteous ki manual is all about going with the flow. Farming builds righteous ki. Doing laundry builds righteous ki. Teaching also builds righteous ki. Once you got the idea, you grabbed a hoe and tilled the yard. Leaving home was out of the question. In just half a day, you felt a wisp of ki inside. Something's off. Sir said righteous ki has no form or color. Why is mine red? You drew the ki back and sat down to read. Half an hour later, you formed another wisp of righteous ki. But this one was green. No, keep trying. Sword practice in the yard. Gold. Sitting still. White. Sleeping under the covers. Blue. After several days of this, your body was full of colors. Damn, this manual is wrong. They say teachings aren't given lightly. Mr. Bai's manual must be abridged. Once you saw the ki, You began making Righteous Key Manual 2.0. As everyone knows, once something has an outline, it's much easier to fill in. The manual in your hand was the outline. Using it to restore the full version wasn't hard. In one day and night, it was mostly done. You even borrowed ideas from the Flying Immortal Sanctuary's mystic heaven-breathing art. It was flawless. Days later, you practiced swordplay in the yard. Bai Dao happened to pass by. Kid, it's been so long since Shijiaken. Still scared to go out? Mr. Bai, you don't know. I've had nightmares every day. Those villagers died horribly. Xiaoyuan scholars cultivate righteous qi. You must act calm and upright. Fear no evil, and bow to no power. You're right, sir. Then come take a walk with me. Number. We'll just walk around the village. We won't leave it. Number. Even after much persuasion, you still wouldn't leave the yard. Bai Dao could only leave in a huff. After decades of teaching, she'd never seen anyone so impossible. Teaching him the righteous key manual was a total waste. Forget it. With that, Bai Dao returned to the village entrance. She looked hopefully toward the Zhaoshen household. But after a while, she looked beyond the village. A man in silver armor was slowly walking toward Shangba village. The news had leaked after all. A small village that raised 15 peerless prodigies would draw attention. It was inevitable. If the Flying Immortal Sanctuary hadn't guarded it so well, this place would have lost its peace long ago. Moments later, the white-robed general arrived. Hey, where's Hua Xiaoyuan's house? Bai Dao pointed the way, then ignored him. Unaware of it all, you happily gathered all kinds of righteous qi, until Chu Tiankuo kicked down the door. You're Hua Xiaoyuan. This is the 100 Battles War God art. I'll give you 3 days. If you can get started, you may join my 100 Battles War God army. If you can't in 3 days, die. He gave you no chance to speak. By the time you came to, he was already gone. Damn, forced sale. You didn't expect the village to be noticed so soon. Looks like the one watching the Zhaoshen household. That teacher isn't simple either. Power. I need more power. He gave me a manual so easily.
He must have tampered with it.
Once I learn it, he'll drain my cultivation. What a vicious scheme. Luckily, I'm good at modifying manuals. But 2 days passed. Perhaps because you were too nervous. And you still couldn't get started. As the deadline neared, you grew more desperate. Should I run? But what about the villagers? They saved my life. If I run, what if he takes it out on them? Fine. I'll strike first. You steeled yourself and took the only wood-cutting knife at home. Under moonlight, you headed out of the village, as if sensing your killing intent. Bai Dao put down her book. Looks like I misjudged you. You've got some guts. But you may never come back. The man kindly gave you a cultivation manual. But not only were you ungrateful, you even wanted to kill him. All because 3 days ago he gave a death order. If you couldn't get started, you'd die. Yet after cultivating for 2 days, you made no progress at all. So you decided to strike first. But he had already sensed your killing intent. Interesting. I only meant to push him a little. Never thought he'd turn murderous. The moment Chu Tiankuo lifted the tent flap, he saw you pour arsenic into the camp pot. You little punk, playing dirty too. Clueless to all this, you were stirring the arsenic in the pot. When done, you even flexed your fingers. Perfect. Colorless and odorless. Now, even if you died, he wouldn't get off easy either. After doing all that, you took a hatchet and snuck toward the military tent. Just as you raised it to strike, a spear suddenly stabbed out from the tent. In a panic, you blocked with the hatchet. You dodged the spear, but the hatchet snapped in two. You ditched the hatchet and switched to claws, grabbing straight for Chu Tiankuo's throat. But Chu Tiankuo grew more shocked as they fought. A Foundation establishment cultivator built for combat was being beaten down by a key refining cultivator. Wait, Hua Xiaoyuan, there may be some misunderstanding between us. No misunderstanding. I came to kill you today. Chu Tiankuo only came here to grab an easy score. His threats were only meant to push you. Yet it had become a fight to the death. Keep this up, and he'd die here, left with no choice. Chu Tiankuo flew down the mountain, flying through the air? Foundation establishment.
He's strong.
And seems well connected. Now that I've offended him, I can't let him get away. With that, you took off after Chu Tiankuo. You couldn't fly, but you weren't slow. One chased, one fled. Soon they left Tianlong County. Damn it. What is this damn Klingon? Chu Tiankuo didn't dare stop and flew full speed toward Shannon Commandery. The moment he landed at the city gate, the guards stopped him. Who goes there? Is your commandery governor here? As he spoke, Chu Tiankuo produced the Godslayer army token. The governor is in the city. We didn't know the great marshal had arrived. I'll report it at once. There's a madman behind me. Help me stop him. 10 breaths. Just 10 breaths. Then he became a streak of light and flew north again. Before the guards could react, you reached the city gate. Did you see someone fly past here? The guards all pointed north. Come on, for that little pay each month. Why risk their lives? The guy chasing the Godslayer general. How could they stop him? One chased, one fled. Soon they left Shannon Commandery. Chu Tiankuo flew nearly 10,000 miles by sheer will. At last he escaped to the capital, Wangshan City. When you caught up outside the city, you didn't dare make a move. That was too reckless. You charged right into his home turf. Wasn't that asking to die? Just then, dozens of silver-armored soldiers rushed from the gate. An immortal-looking old man followed beside them. Damn, he's breaking the rules.
He actually called for backup.
See that kid? Don't let him get away. You turned and ran. Old man, I've got elders and kids to support. If I die here, that'll be on you. Keep cursing, kid. The more you curse, the more excited I get. I'll count to 3. Run again, and don't blame me for bullying a junior. Oh no, the abyss of evil ghosts is ahead. Seeing them stop, you still didn't let your guard down. You didn't stop until you were over 10 miles away. This time, I'll stay hidden until I'm unbeatable. With that, you decided to find somewhere to hide. But there were only a few abandoned graves. Too scared to care. You picked the least noticeable one. But the inscription on its headstone caught your eye. Sorry, brother. You had it rough. But I really have nowhere else to hide. Don't hold it against me. Then you dug up the grave. You opened the coffin. Then took Jin Nanshan's remains and buried them under the nearest tree. After lying in the coffin, you used spiritual energy to restore the grave mound. Only then did you feel a bit safer. But as soon as you lay down, fatigue hit. Before long, you fell fast asleep. What you didn't know was, 2 shadows appeared outside. They too were nearing the graveyard. Uncle Master, this wind is strange. The abyss of evil ghosts lives up to its name. If I hadn't happened to obtain a manual to hide one's aura, I wouldn't enter this place for anything. There are some abandoned graves ahead. Let's shelter there from this demonic wind. Uncle Master, isn't that bad luck? Night's almost here. Find an empty grave and hide inside. We'll avoid the night parade of 100 ghosts. Then each of them dug up a grave. Morong Yu was fairly respectful. Before getting in, she placed the remains neatly beside it. But Tan Kewei didn't even look. She climbed right into your coffin. Uncle Master, I'm a little scared. What's there to fear? They're old seniors, dead who knows how long. What, are they gonna rise up and do you? Get some rest. Tomorrow we still need to find blood spirit flowers. Rain fell, and the graveyard went quiet again. Still unaware, you thought you were having a nightmare. Oh, you're lying on my hair. Holy shit, a ghost. Where'd this key refining cultivator come from? You're that scared? Hey, wake up. Forget it. Bullying a key refining cultivator would be embarrassing. Not until dawn. Did Tan Kewei crawl out of the coffin? But when she saw what you looked like, she nearly ground her teeth to dust. You were dressed in rags? With only one straw sandal on your foot. You looked exactly like a beggar. She couldn't believe she'd slept with a beggar. Morong Yu climbed out too. Tan Kewei waved her sleeve, and the coffin lid shut again. She even hauled over a huge boulder to weigh it down. Then she slapped a gravity talisman on the boulder. Amitabha, Uncle Master, since when do you believe in Buddhism? What the hell do you know? This immortal is performing rites for those wrongfully killed here, long after they left. You finally woke up again. Guess you really shouldn't sleep in a graveyard. I actually had a nightmare last night. But when you tried to push open the coffin lid, you found it wouldn't budge. That can't be right. Is my key refining cultivation really this weak? You pushed harder, but it still didn't move. But what you never expected was, when Tang Kewei returned 3 days later, not only did she not rescue you, she sadly set up a new headstone for you. Crying, she carved the inscription, "Grave of the little beggar, husband of Tang of the carefree sect." Hey, who's crying at my grave? Stop crying first. Help me move this rock. Can you hear me? Hey! I'm calling you. Why am I crying? The person outside is heartbroken. The person inside is even more heartbroken. You only took a nap in a coffin. But when you woke up, you were shocked to find, not only was the coffin lid pressed shut, you'd somehow become someone else's dead husband. Even more absurd, no matter how you called out. The woman crying outside ignored you. As her sobs gradually faded away, your lost hope finally died. Now your only way out is to reach Foundation Establishment. But Ghost Abyss has no spiritual energy, only endless ghost energy. Then a thought suddenly struck you. What are you best at? Improving cultivation techniques, of course. Why not change it from absorbing spiritual energy to ghost energy? No, absorbing ghost energy has problems too. Once I leave this hellhole, I won't be able to cultivate. I might as well make it absorb air. No time like the present. You immediately started revising it on the coffin lid. After a day and a half, the world's first air-absorbing cultivation technique was born. And it requires the periodic table, local air composition, PM2, 5 levels, and more to cultivate. Its knowledge covered an incredibly broad range. Even a great emperor would just shake his head. You took a deep breath of air and felt your strength rise fast. Who says I don't have a spiritual root? Mine is called an air root. After breaking through, you finally crawled out of the grave. But the tombstone at the grave left you stunned. Fuck you! You're the little beggar. Your whole family's little beggars. So that night wasn't a nightmare. Someone had crawled into my bed, then tried to kill me to avoid taking responsibility. Good thing I'm insanely gifted. Just as you were about to leave, a woman's whisper suddenly sounded in your ear. Who's playing tricks? Get out here now. My lord, stay and keep me company. It's so dark here. But the next second, the evil spirit suddenly felt its breath catch and was sucked straight into your lungs. Holy shit, that breath of air had insane PM2. 5. I almost choked. After getting no response for a while, you left Ghost Abyss. But as soon as you reached Immortal Seeking City, you were completely stunned. Nascent soul cultivators were everywhere, and golden core cultivators filled the streets. Foundation Establishment was rock bottom here. Cultivators on the street kept shaking their heads at you, treating you as a bad example for the nation's youth. You were about to argue, when something in your hand made a soft clink. You blankly looked at the bowl in your hand, then at the rich lady who tossed in snacks. When did I get a bowl in my hand? You really think I'm a beggar? Damn it, don't I have any dignity? With that, you angrily pocketed the spirit stones. Just then, you heard the carefree sect was taking disciples. You decided to join them at once. When you arrived at the carefree sect's test plaza, it was already packed with people. You quickly squeezed through the crowd and happily placed your hand on the testing stone. But after waiting a full 10 breaths, the spirit root detector showed no response. Even the disciple in charge was dumbfounded. In all his years, he'd never seen anyone without a spiritual root. I refuse to accept this. I'm at Foundation Establishment. How could I have no spiritual root? Your test must be wrong. You clung tightly to the testing stone, refusing to let go. This caught Tang Kewei's attention. She had only come to the ceremony as a formality, but that man before her gave her a strangely familiar feeling. This man seemed to have loved. No, met me before. But where had she seen him? She couldn't remember at the moment. Bring that kid over. When you were brought before Tang Kewei, you looked full of resentment. What? You don't seem happy with me. How could that be, immortal maiden? I'm just a farmer's son. Looking at a beauty like you gives me styes. Tang Kewei hadn't planned to take a disciple. But seeing your dismissive attitude, her competitive streak flared up. She decided to take a disciple and torment him. I am Tang Kewei, master of 100 Flowers Peak. Will you take me as your master? Do I get spirit stones for becoming your disciple?
10 low-grade spirit stones a month.
Master, I bow to you. Please accept me as your disciple. The moment you said that, Tang Kui's face darkened. She never thought her reputation would lose to 10 low-grade spirit stones. Noticing Tang Kui's displeasure, you thought you'd asked for too much, and quickly added, Master, I can handle formal settings and work in the kitchen. I can plow fields, grow crops, and herd cattle. 10 snacks is definitely a bargain. But before you could finish, Tang Kewei left with Marong Yu. Completely unaware of this, you excitedly calculated how many snacks you'd get in a year. When you came to, your master was gone. Holy shit, did I get abandoned? No one even told me where 100 Flowers Peak is. After searching for a full half month, you still couldn't find the sect gate. With no choice, you returned to Immortal Seeking City. Kind sirs and ladies, kind aunties and ma'ams, I'm Tang Kui's top disciple from 100 Flowers Peak. Please spare me something to eat. In just half a month, word spread across all of Immortal Seeking City. Just as you were about to starve to death, you finally found a job with decent pay. But it was extremely challenging. Hey lady, come have some fun. Hey kid, you're new here? Ma'am, I only perform. Kid who doesn't start out only performing. You were about to object when the woman pulled out a bag of snacks from her robe. Oh, kind sister, you really know people. Your customer service skills instantly maxed out. It's just drinking with customers. You know the drill. After a fierce back and forth, you finally sent the woman away by evening. Xiaoyun, I'm always a good judge of people. You've got what it takes to be a male host. I want to make you the top immortal male model in the Carefree sect. For high-end clients only. Sister Li, my childhood friends, my childhood sweethearts, may all become great emperors someday. Wouldn't this ruin their reputations? Li Qingku pondered for a moment. That is a problem. Where'd this fool get emperor-level childhood sweethearts? What kind of dream is he having? Xiaoyun, I don't think you need to worry at all. Making money isn't shameful. Sister Li's right, but I have one more question. You mean this job? If my master finds out, will I be in trouble? Who's your master?
He says she's Tang Kuei, master of 100 Flowers Peak.
Let's not dwell on that stuff. Starting tomorrow, you'll learn music, chess, calligraphy, and painting. We're going upscale. But just then, a maid rushed into the back courtyard. Sister Yun, trouble? We've got a nasty guest. Jiang Jinjin got beaten up. He's a big shot. Xiaoyun, time for your test. Sister Li, leave it to me. Don't worry. With that, you flicked your sleeve and headed for the front courtyard. But the moment you entered the private room, your face suddenly changed. Little bunny, brother Niu, why are you here? The first time a woman visits a brothel, she runs into her childhood sweetheart. Even crazier, he's here to provide service. Well, little bunny, you've only been gone 3 years, and you're already going to brothels. If second master finds out, he'll break your legs. Brother Niu, let me explain. It's not what you think. I won't listen. I won't listen. I'm telling second master anyway. Crying won't help. Bad woman. Brother Niu, I'm just here on behalf of the Flying Immortal Holy Land to meet with the Carefree sect. This is all normal hospitality. The moment Wang Tuxian said that, she knew something was off. Brother Niu, why are you here? And why are you dressed so flashy? You froze at that. You'd nearly forgotten why you came upstairs. Hello, customer. Liun of Piaoxiang House is here to serve you. At those words, Wang Tuxian's face went dark. The other 4 people stared at each other. Junior sister Wu. Who is this? Senior brother Ju, this is my useless older brother. We were raised on the same mother's milk. Sorry to embarrass you. Ju Qianming awkwardly raised his cup. Not at all, not at all, not at all. Everyone drank and toasted. But because you were there, the mood in the room grew awkward. The young prodigies all took their leave. After everyone left, Wang Tuxian finally couldn't hold it in. Brother Niu, tell me, what exactly happened? I just went on a trip. Then I couldn't find my way home. I somehow ended up here. I wanted to earn some travel money. Somehow? Do you know how far this is from Mount Man? Even a cultivator's airship takes 10 to 15 days. And you're saying you walked here? You kept nodding. Brother Niu, here's 50 spirit stones. Enough for you to take a flying boat back to the Southern Kingdom. Our place is in Shun'an Prefecture, Southern Kingdom. You know? As he spoke, he wrote down the address for you. Since he still had a mission to finish, Wang Tuxian couldn't take you back himself. But before leaving, he found Li Qingku. Guest, what can I do for you? Wang Tuxian suppressed the rage in his heart. The sword in his hand slid out inch by inch. How did Hua Xiaoyuan get in here? A while ago, I saw him begging on the street. I felt bad for him, so I took him on as a waiter. Who knew, once the kid cleaned up, he was quite handsome. Hearing that, Wang Tuxian finally sheathed his sword. Then he grabbed Li Qingku by the collar. Madam Hua Xiaoyuan is my elder brother. I'm the heir to the immortal slaying sword of the flying immortal Holy Land. Let me tell you, I have siblings like this. 15 in all. I have to leave in a hurry today. If anything happens to my brother here, I'll bury all of Immortal Seeking City with him. After saying that, Wang Tuxian looked upstairs. His eyes met yours. You hurriedly gave him a foolish grin. Little bunny, come play anytime. Wang Tuxian blushed at that. He left without looking back. If you weren't still here, he would have torn this brothel apart today. After he flew away, Li Qingku finally breathed a sigh of relief. Heir to the immortal slaying sword. That title was terrifying. Then he looked toward the second floor. You were half hidden behind the curtain, your eyes deep. A half cup of wine gently swaying in your hand. Wow, so elegant. No wonder that immortal slaying sword. Air fell for you at first sight. As it happened, Morong Yu was also passing by the fragrant courtyard. Bucktooth. Have you seen a little beggar?
He says he's Peak Master Tang of 100 Flowers Peak's disciple.
Oh, immortal Master Tang's disciple. How would I have seen him? Chief Morong, come on in and have some fun. Disgust flashed in Morong Yu's eyes. What kind of place is this? It's utterly indecent. Then he kept walking. Along the way, forget beggars. There were barely any poor people at all. Eventually, Morong Yu arrived at the Shui residence. After asking around, he learned you'd been hanging around here lately. A dignified foundation establishment cultivator, living off a little maid's charity. What a disgrace. Just then, Yunduo came out carrying a food box. She hadn't seen you all day, and anxiously looked around. When she saw Morong Yu approach, she hurriedly asked, Miss, have you seen a little beggar? I am looking for him too. Yunduo instantly became wary. He has no one to rely on in Immortal Seeking City. Why would anyone be looking for him? This woman doesn't look like a good person. Are you a trafficker? I'm his senior sister. Little girl, if you see that beggar again, tell him to get back to 100 Flowers Peak. He'd better stop embarrassing my master. Morong Yu turned to leave, but as he turned, he sensed hidden killing intent. It seemed someone had their eye on this residence. After sighing, Morong Yu strode away. Early the next morning, led by Li Qingku, you arrived at Zhao Dingling's loft. She was not only a nascent soul master, but also an expert in the Tao of Love. Sister Dingling, this is a gift for you. Xiaoyuan, you got scammed. The heavenly gold on this bracelet is just plating. It's probably iron inside. I didn't get scammed, the shopkeeper said. It's iron. Are you short on money? No, Little Bunny just gave me 50 spirit stones yesterday. So you bought me this junk bracelet? Zhao Dingling's tone turned hostile. You warily took 2 steps back. Your hand instinctively covered the coin pouch at your waist. Seeing things go wrong, Li Qingku quickly shoved a storage ring into Zhao Dingling's hand. Oh, Xiaoyuan got it wrong. This is the gift he gave you. Zhao Dingling angrily pushed the storage ring back. Sister Li, I don't need this stuff. I just want some sincerity. Look at him. He acts like I'm going to rob him. I'm a nascent soul cultivator. Why would I want a foundation establishment cultivator's belongings? Little Bunny said, if you try to rob me, I should give you what's on my waist, but not what's in my hair or my pants. Zhao Dingling nearly ground her teeth to dust. In the end, after Li Qingku kept pleading, Zhao Dingling agreed to teach you music. But after half a month of study, you still couldn't remember one whole piece. Yet that showy air while playing, You mastered to perfection. But on the day the free and easy sect booked the whole place, you, who could only play at random, were called in to fill in. When you reached the private room, Li Qingku was calming the guests. Fairy Yu's fingers aren't feeling well today. She has offended you. Our deepest apologies. I've arranged for our own Cao Kui, Liu Yun Kain Shui, to serve you. He's Fairy Dingling's disciple. The man clearly couldn't remember a full score. Yet he was called in at the last minute. But the moment he played, everyone was stunned. You ate grapes with one hand, while rapidly plucking the strings with the other. Yu Linglong, seated at the head, couldn't understand it. But she couldn't help clapping and cheering, because this chin made her feel powerful. When you finished the grapes, your playing suddenly stopped. The room burst into loud cheers, worthy of Master Dingling's disciple. That was amazing. Wan, what do you think? It was good, just too fast. I couldn't catch much of the melody. Young Master Liu Yun, could you play that piece again? Of course. You played the strings again, but Wan froze. She had just started noting the score, only to find it had completely changed. You couldn't call it the same piece. They had nothing to do with each other. Young master, was that the same tune? Yes, the same one. But I heard it twice. Why were they different each time? You were shocked inside. Wan is incredible. She actually heard the difference. What did I play the first time? How would I remember? Of course they were different. But you didn't panic at all. Master Wan, let me ask you, are any two leaves in this world the same? Number. There you have it. What I played just now, and what I'm playing now, are naturally different. The wind never stays, and clouds have no scent. If I play it again, it will still be different. That is the Tao. After hearing you, everyone seemed to gain some insight, as though they grasped something, like you almost caught something, but didn't. All you could do was shake your head. Mr. Liu Yun, you're truly on another level. Wan, you're too kind. Then I'll play Gale for you fairies. With that, you started playing again. Everyone enjoyed the banquet, except Morong Yu, who frowned throughout. You just looked so familiar to him. But he couldn't recall where he'd seen you. After seeing Yu Linglong and the others off, everyone at Fragrant Courtyard looked at you with awe. After all, a capable person. Who wouldn't want to curry favor with them? Just as you returned to rest, Li Qingku warily appeared in your room. She skillfully put a soundproof talisman on the door. Xiaoyan, I'm actually a spy for the Moon Immortal Kingdom. I gather intel. Our group is called Ghost. The monthly pay is 8 spirit stones. Meals and lodging are covered. If you die, there's a 5,000 spirit stone death benefit. And bonuses for good work. I get it. You get a bonus for recruiting people. How much? You're smart indeed. You guessed it. 50 spirit stones per recruit. Sister Li will give you 20. This is Ghost's ID token. Sister Li, you knew I'd say yes, didn't you? At those words, the two smiled knowingly without a word. Then Li Qingku explained the contact codes. She didn't leave until over an hour later. But just as you were about to sleep, there was another knock at the door. This time, it was Suma Feng. Xiaoyun, I'm Wind Chime from Windwatch Pavilion. I see you've got talent. I want you to join us. After rattling off the benefits, Suma Feng slipped you a gold bell, but you hesitated. Don't be such a wimp. Just say it. Are you in or not? Thinking of that 50 spirit stone monthly pay, with meals and lodging covered too, you gritted your teeth and agreed. But when he began explaining the contact codes, you suddenly cut him off. Ma Feng, wait, let me get paper and a pen. I'm afraid I'll remember it wrong. Remember what wrong? You can't write this down. This is top secret. You have to memorize it. Hearing that, you gave up on writing it down. After a huge effort, you barely remembered 70 or 80%. You barely slept that night. Someone kept knocking at your door. By dawn, you'd received 7 or 8 tokens. But all those messy codes and rules, you didn't remember a single one? Only Dayu remembered them all clearly. Doing the math, you could earn over 50 spirit stones a month. But what shocked you even more was, the next day, while practicing in the loft, Zhao Dingling also offered you a job. Xiaoyuan, I am an assassin of the spiderweb. I formally invite you to join the spiderweb. Sister Dingling, this job sounds challenging. What's the monthly pay? There's no monthly pay here. The more you work, the more you earn. Headquarters assigns the jobs. Afterward, you split it 70-30 with the group. With that, she tossed you an imperial token. She also taught you an assassination art. Over the next half-month, you were run ragged. In the morning, you exchanged codes with contacts from every faction. At noon, you performed in Fragrant Courtyard's main hall. In the afternoon, you returned to Dingling Pavilion to study music. At night, you practiced assassination. As for taking Little Bunny back to the village, you'd long forgotten all about it. You spent all your travel money on a sword and black clothes. That night, you finally got your first spiderweb mission. For this job, you just need to show your face. Remember, don't charge in first. If you toss your bamboo hat in a fight, remember to pick it back up. Sister Bing Bing, why are they targeting the Shui family? We're not the only ones after the Shui family. There are over a dozen other factions. Rumor has it Shui Ji is a remnant of the Flower Goddess Palace Crusaders. The Kaoshan Fulu in his hands is one of the Crusaders' 3 great legacies. At the words Kaoshan Fulu, your pupils suddenly shrank. That name feels so familiar. I feel like I've heard it before. After leaving Fragrant Courtyard, since you didn't know the way, you had to ask an old man nearby. Sir, do you know how to get to the Shui residence? Young man, what are you going to the Shui family for? I'm an assassin from the Spiderweb. I've got a job there. This assassin is so honest. I don't even know how to refuse him. Go straight down this street to the second intersection, then turn left and walk 300 or 400 yards. The biggest estate is it? Looking where the old man pointed, your eyes suddenly lit up. Yunduo, the little maid who once helped you, seemed to live on this street too. How much for a candied horse skewer? Give me 2. 1 spirit stone each. You're robbing me. Sir, if you don't pay, I'll warn the Shui residents. I'll tell them a spiderweb assassin asked for directions to their home. Left with no choice, you can only take out the spirit stones. The outside world really is too complicated. It's nothing like the honest village. These 2 spirit stones are a lesson learned. But shortly after you left, Zhao Dingling appeared beside the old man. Did you notice anything strange? Zhaoling, that guy. Everything about him was strange. There wasn't one normal thing about him. Any problem with his identity? What problem could there be with a village kid? Train him well. Your disciple may not be talented, but he's got guts.
He dared show his spiderweb token right in the street.
Who else would do that? Oblivious to all this, you had already arrived at the Shui residence, but you froze in place. Because this was Yunduo's mistress's home, the estate gates were shut tight. Faint sounds of fighting came from inside. As fresh blood seeped through the crack in the door, your panicked face reflected in it. The thick smell of blood reminded you of the massacre at Shijiatun. You trembled in fear, clawing at your hair. My head itches. I think I'm growing a brain. But just as you wanted to run, Yunyo's words came back to you. Little beggar, here's some leftover osmanthus cake. You're guarding the door again? Do we owe you or something? Wait, I'll get you a chicken leg from the kitchen. Thinking of that, you actually stopped. Blood flowed down the steps beneath your feet, and you were smiling in the reflection. As you investigated, you discovered in horror that the target was your benefactor's home. But even more terrifying, the whole estate was sealed off by several formations. Faint fighting could still be heard inside. Yet, cowardly as you were, not only did you not run, you pushed open the sealed gates. The moment you entered, a masked cultivator crashed into you. Breathe, deep breaths. It'll be okay soon. Yunduo, Yunduo. Are you alive? I'm here to save you. Yunduo, I'm so scared. Where are you? I'm so scared. Hey, hey, hey. You looked at the woodshed door in confusion. Once you knew it was Yunduo, much of your fear faded. Yunduo, don't be scared. I'm here to save you. Even if the King of Heaven comes today, I'll fight my way out with you.
Has Civet's team not arrived yet?
Could they have gone in already? Follow me. Let's kill our way in. You're Tanuki's disciple. Are you Senior Xiaoyao? You finally came. There are dead people everywhere inside. It's terrifying. Everyone inside is dead. Why, you killed them? I didn't mean to. So this is the rookie Tanuki said was just here to help out? People from several factions were slaughtered. Immortal-seeking city is about to fall into chaos. Senior. Wait for me. You're my senior. Stop following me. The moment he said that, you froze in the middle of the road. This was the 4th time in your life. You felt abandoned. And it really pissed you off. As your pressure spread, Xiaoyao ahead suddenly shuddered. What's with this guy?
He's only a Foundation establishment.
But I'm a nascent soul cultivator. Why do I feel like I can't beat him? That job's over. Go home. Go find your sister Tanuki. You did great, really great. You're a brave killer. The job's already over? You're fingling from the wind-listening pavilion. Yes. You're the only one who came out alive? Did you get the immortal knocking talisman? Forget it. A Foundation establishment nobody like you couldn't do it. Sir, I'm Wraith from the Imperial Guard. Here's my badge. You're the only one who came out alive? Yes, sir. Over those 700 or 800 yards, you ran into several groups. Luckily, they all wore uniforms, so you didn't kill the wrong people. Interesting. A chosen one rejected by heaven and earth. Celestial engine, no. 8, can you tell what's going on with him? The target is not this world's chosen one.
He's an outsider chosen one.
Can his fortune be taken? Yes. Scanning the target's fortune. But the next second, celestial engine, no. 8 crashed. Ordinary people only have 100 or 200 fortune points. The lucky ones might have 10 or 20,000. Even once-in-an-age prodigies have just over 100,000. This damn rich bastard. How does he get so many lucky breaks? I see a mountain of gold waving at me. Moments later, Li Xingge came before you. Please, hold on. I am Li Xingge, holy son of the Xiaoyao sect. He was about to use causing trouble as an excuse to lock you up first. No way. Don't tell me he's also a Xiaoyao sect disciple? Found you, senior brother. I'm your junior brother. Why, you're really Uncle Tang's disciple. How is that possible? Uncle Tang has never taken a disciple. Senior brother. Master went back after taking me in. I've never been able to find the sect gate, so I've been wandering Immortal Prison City to make a living. I had to take a few side jobs. These jobs are so hard. They make me kill people. So your side jobs are actually working as a spy for 7 or 8 factions. Faced with your sob story, Li Xingge couldn't relate at all. To steal your fortune, he had to suppress you. But now you'd claim to be Tang Qi's disciple, so he didn't dare use force. Senior brother, since you're here, let's get a drink at my workplace. I'll find you a few ladies. Mention my name for 20% off. Junior brother, where do you work? Fragrant Courtyard. We're here. After settling Yonduo, you pulled Li Xingge straight to a private room. Junior brother, you work here? Does your master know? Master doesn't know. When you see my master, be sure to tell him to come get me at Fragrant Tower. Junior brother, have you thought about changing jobs? If you're short on money, I can give you some. Can you quit this line of work? Senior brother, how many spirit stones can you give me a month? 300. Junior brother, I meant 3. Senior brother, I have 7 or 8 side jobs now, with meals and lodging covered, plus fieldwork bonuses. I make 400 or 500 spirit stones a month. I don't need those 3.
How much?
You've got to be kidding. Even the city lord's office doesn't make that much a month. Seeing he didn't believe you, you started counting on your fingers. You never know until you count. Then the total shocked you. You actually made 600 spirit stones a month. The two chatted and laughed, drinking cup after cup. After they ate and drank their fill, you walked Li Xingge to the door. Xiaomi, Come settle young Master Sheng's bill. Xiaoyuan, Sister Li said. Young Master Shenge eats free. Hearing that, Li Xing's lips curled up slightly. He might not earn as much as you, but he ate for free. In Immortal Seeking City, who would dare charge the city lord? Then do I still get a commission? No payment means no commission, right? I kept him company drinking for hours. How can there be no commission? You... Senior brother, I talked to our boss. For my sake, she give you 30% off. You only need to pay 20 spirit stones. No, junior brother. I just heard Xiaomi say... You heard wrong, senior brother. Which pocket are your spirit stones in? A few moments later. Wasn't I here to steal his fortune? Why did I spend 20 spirit stones and hire a male escort? After realizing it, Li Xingge finally understood. He'd been scammed into buying drinks. Hue Xiaoyuan, I'll report you to 100 Flowers Peak. You shameless jerk. The owner clearly said I ate free. Do you think I'm deaf? And you even felt up my wallet. You casually drew a talisman. But when you stepped outside, you were shocked to find the whole world had sped up. Even the flies flying by were too fast to see their paths. Could my speed talisman have such a huge range that it changed the flow of time? As expected of an immortal knocking talisman. Little did you know from everyone else's view, you were as slow as a snail. Even your shocked expression looked like it was lagging. Xiaoyong, what's wrong? Were you badly hurt yesterday? But your mouth hung open forever, and you couldn't get out a word. In a panic, Li Qingku could only carry you to Dingling Pavilion. Too fast. Way too fast. Sister Li, I can't take it. Slow down. Meanwhile, at 100 Flowers Peak of the Xiaoyao sect. Uncle Master, where are you going? That Hue Xiaowen is actually using my name to beg down the mountain. I have to bring her back. I can't let her disgrace 100 Flowers Peak anymore. If you knew she was still drinking with clients at a brothel, you'd die of anger on the spot. Uncle Master, why not take another disciple? Can we just forget that one? Yesterday, I spent 300 spirit stones nearby. A small sect bought 2 prodigies. Both were peerless geniuses, one in 10,000 years. Your disciple, Yu Yoken, greets you, Master. An undying god king body, rare once in 10,000 years. A prodigy you can buy for 300 spirit stones. Tong Keiwei was just about to speak. Another little girl appeared on the mountain path. Your disciple, Julian, greets you, Master. Uncle Master, this one came free. Rise. You two stay on the mountain for now. I'll go down and find your eldest brother. I'll arrange your training when I return. Yes, Master. Uncle Master Yoken and Julian just arrived. You should show them around 100 Flowers Peak. I'll find that brat down the mountain for you. Before Tang Keiwei could react, Morong Yu hurried off. Soon he arrived at the entrance to Piaoxiang House. Hue Xiaoyan, get out here. Senior Sister Mu? Come in quick. One seat in the Breeze Dragon Moon Room upstairs. Get me my zither now. Today I'll play Blossoms under a full moon for Senior Sister Mu. Hue Xiaoyuan, let go of me. I'm here to teach you a lesson for Uncle Master Tang. You're the chief disciple of 100 Flowers Peak. How can you drink with clients at a brothel? Senior Sister Mu, make the fruit platter large. Then make it small. Make it large. No, don't change the subject. I'm here to settle scores with you. Xiaomi, bring us a large fruit platter. Do a Golden Breeze Jade Dew dance. The dance troupe came in. Peanuts and sunflower seeds covered the table. A beauty massaged her shoulders. You peeled grapes for Morong Yu. This life beats quiet cultivation on the mountain. By who knows how much. Not until late that night did Morong Yu leave Piaoxiang House. What a great day. Wait, no. What was I here for?
He was just about to turn back.
When he found his wallet was empty. Forget it, I'm broke today. I'll let you off this time. Little did he know Li Xingge saw it all. Days later, word of you drinking at the brothel spread everywhere. It was even hotter than the sex rookie tournament. Unaware of all this, you were heading to meet the major factions. Xiaoyuan, you're now a qualified ghost. Several factions based in Tuxian City found a vermilion fruit in the River of Forgetfulness Range. I want you to fight for it on behalf of Moon Immortal Nation. Boss, I rarely go out. I'm worried I'll get lost. Can you send someone else?
I like your honesty.
Relax. The other factions will send people too. Everyone made the rules together. No need to be so nervous. This is a rare chance to train. After taking the mission, you headed to the next place. But when you saw Windleston Pavilion's mission, you felt awful. Don't tell me they're all sending me. At midnight, by Dogleap Cliff, you looked toward distant Cuxian City. Your eyes were full of loneliness. Of the 8 factions, only you came to the meeting. Your head still felt itchy today. It seemed the vast righteous key art couldn't stop you from growing a brain. Why compete at all? The whole vermilion fruit is mine. I'll just go get it. Just as you reached the edge of the River of Forgetfulness Range, a crow suddenly landed on your shoulder. You scared me to death. I thought some demon beast had come. But crows are bad luck. Maybe it's not a good day to travel. Forget it, I'll rest today. I'll keep going tomorrow. Meanwhile, several sword lights landed beneath the vermilion fruit tree. Hey, you want the vermilion fruit. But I want your lives. Everyone, hide in ambush. Don't move without my order. Senior Brother Ju, are you sure someone will come for the fruit? Rest easy, Junior Brother Yu. If I say they'll come, they'll come. By my count, they'll arrive by tomorrow at the latest. But a month passed, and not a soul appeared beneath the tree. I've got grass growing on my head. Why aren't they here yet? Forget it, uproot the whole tree. We'll carry it back to the sect. It's not that you didn't come. You wandered the outer range for over a month, and still didn't dare enter. Today you had just entered, when you ran into Ju Qianning's group on their way back. Hu Xiaoyun. Sis, didn't I tell you to go home? How'd you end up here? Young Master Ju, you're back from the mountains. Don't mention it. We got a tip that thieves would come for the fruit, but no one showed up for a month. It even made me miss setting up the sect tournament. Before you could reply, Ju Qianming had his men drop the crooked tree. This vermilion fruit tree is a gift for Brother Xiaowen. If you see your sister back home, please give her my regards. With that, they took to the air on swords again. Senior brother, we searched so hard for that fruit tree. You're just giving it to him? One vermilion fruit means nothing to me. The moment I see him, I get mad. But as they flew over the mountains, what they saw below made everyone's pupils shrink. The River of Forgetfulness ran blood red. Demon beast corpses covered the riverbank. How? How did so many demon beasts die? Though Carefree Sect and the Demon Clan have clashed these years, they were just minor skirmishes. Now so many demon beasts are dead. The Demon Clan won't let this go. This place is about to erupt. This is the Confucian Vast Righteous Key art. Senior brother, isn't Vast Righteous Key formless and colorless? Could we be wrong? No, Vast Righteous Key differs from other key. It's righteous to a frightening degree. It's definitely Vast Righteous Key, back to the sect. In the rain, sword lights shot skyward again. After returning to Pyeongxiang House, you took out version 5.0 of the Mystic Heaven Breathing art. The newest page described a clone secret art. You had only recently developed it, though you'd mastered it. It seemed different from normal clones. This clone existed within your mind. You took out a bronze mirror. The person in it had black ki rising from his forehead. A crack between his brows was clear to see. Who are you? I'm your clone. No, you aren't as kind as I am. So warm-hearted, kind and brave, with a heart of gold. Hilarious. So hilarious. Have you forgotten what you've done? No, you did that, not me. Just as you slammed the bronze mirror shut, someone wearing a ghost mask slowly stepped out from behind the screen. At Carefree Sex Tournament, I want you to kill someone. His name is Yu Yu Kang. Do you not know I'm also Tang Qi's disciple?
I know.
You're Tang Qi's first disciple. You're a snare assassin, a wind chime of Windless Center Pavilion, a ghost of the embroidered uniform guard, a blood talisman of the Rage Blood Hall. Put all that aside. You're just trash from some backwater village. Oh right, Shamba Village, isn't it? That little village produced 15 top prodigies in one generation. What secrets could it hold? At the mention of Shangba village, Tan Nu's eyes burned with desire, seeing the greed in his eyes. You couldn't help gripping the sword at your waist. Your palms were drenched in sweat, but you kept grinning stupidly. Lord Tan Nu? Yu Yoking is my dear junior brother. It'll cost more. No, just 50 spirit stones. If you won't do it, someone else will. Sir, that's my junior brother. 80. Number, not one more. It wasn't that he couldn't afford 80, but the budget was tight. He had to save where he could. Killing a prince only got him 2,000 spirit stones. Who knows how much the higher-ups skimmed off. Anything less he made was a loss. Watching Tian Nu leave, your gaze grew darker. Endless killing intent seemed to brew in your eyes. Young Duo, pack up tonight. Tomorrow, we'll scout the mountain first. If we get a chance, we strike. If not, we'll go back to Shangba village. Yunduo nodded solemnly, her heart growing tense as well. Meanwhile, on 100 Flowers Peak, junior brother Yoken, I got word. Someone paid 1 million spirit stones to the snare for your life. And a snare assassin has taken the job. This is bad. Senior sister, do you know who took it? I heard the assassin uses the meteor butterfly sword. Cody name, Meteor Shower. When will my master be back? The beast tide at the Forgotten River Range border is getting worse. The peak masters and elders have all gone to hold the line. Hoping Uncle Master gets back in time is worse than hoping for the assassin moose. You were just treating your senior brother to dinner and accidentally changed free to 30% off. You even made him pay your male escort fee. Who knew he'd hold a grudge and secretly set you up for death? You had no idea and had just returned to Xiaoyou sect when someone pulled you aside. Senior brother Xiao Yuan, did you notice something's off about this sect tournament? Did they find out I planned to kill my junior brother? Senior brother, listen closely to the tournament's background music. It's Mandarin ducks at play. Hearing that, you did notice the mood was tense. The people on stage were making eyes at each other. Every sword and blade strike was full of feeling. Senior brother, you're unmatched in romance. You're the only one who can save this. If they keep fighting like this, they might fight up some passion. Don't worry, junior brother. I'll catch them. Then ambush from 10 sides suddenly began playing. The 2 disciples who had been all lovey-dovey instantly saw red. They both went all out, like mortal enemies. Even their supporters began clashing, on the verge of a brawl. Just then, Li Xingge descended from the sky. Huai Xiaoyuan, you sabotaged Xiaoyou sect's entrance tournament. What's your motive? Li Xingge then raised his hand, and the ribbon tying your hair flew into his hand. If I'm not mistaken, this is a Wen chime from Tingfeng Pavilion, right? Huai Xiaoyuan, you're in league with a demonic path. What do you have to say? Holy Sun, Brother Xiaoyun is Wang Tuxian's brother from Flying Immortal Holy Land. Are you mistaken? They're just from the same village. Even Flying Immortal Holy Land can't shield a demonic cultivator from Tingfeng Pavilion. Exposing your ties to that flying immortal prodigy and shattering your perfect image at the source. That's step 1. With that, Li Shenge pointed, and an image of a disciple asking for directions appeared in midair. Excuse me, do you know Shangba village? Huai Xiaoyuan, where exactly are you from? There couldn't possibly be a village where everyone has emperor potential, except for one useless loser like me, right? Huai Xiaoyuan, I don't care where you came from, but in my seeking immortal city, you can't clear yourself of ties to the demonic path. None of your dirty deeds escape my eyes. Li Xingge then took out a communication artifact. By order of the city lord, closed the net. As soon as he spoke, the city guards quickly surrounded Piaoxiang courtyard. Everyone inside was soon arrested. But the real big fish are outside. As long as we catch one, we can convict you. Just as Li Shenge thought he had it in the bag, the communicator sent him news that shocked him to the core. City lord, every hideout in Seeking Immortal's city has been wiped out. Only Tian Nu of Luowang escaped by going to the southern kingdom. You killed them. You're joking, senior brother. I'm just a foundation establishment cultivator. A country bumpkin from a village. I need Yunduo's help just to kill a chicken. Who would I dare kill? Holy Sun, I can testify. Xiaoyun has always been kind-hearted. How can you falsely accuse him? Shut up. Fine, fine, fine. This isn't over so easily. You still slipped up. Disciples of Xiao Hall, hear my order. Leave at once for the southern kingdom and protect Tiannu. Protect Tiannu? The holy son of Xiao sect, openly colluding with a Luong assassin. I'm preventing you from silencing him. Seeing he couldn't win on moral grounds, Li Xingge decided to attack below the belt. Who is Xiaoyuan? I may not be able to prove you're tied to demonic cultivators, but it's a fact you sold yourself at Piaoxiang Courtyard. I've even used your services. Junior sister Morong has too. Still trying to deny it?
Exactly.
What's going on? Damn, why did I say that? Didn't I just dig my own grave? Junior brothers and sisters, I did book Hua Xiaoyuan, but we didn't do anything. Hua Xiaoyuan, say something. Don't misunderstand everyone. The Holy Son spent money at my place, and he paid for it. It was a normal business transaction. I don't want to argue with you. I'll settle with you after I find the truth. Li Xingge angrily flew away on his sword. Yu Yo can greet senior brother. Junior brother, I have a job to recommend. When Yu Yo Can saw the portrait, he staggered back in terror. Holy shit, that's Li Xingyu. Senior brother, why do you have second brother's portrait? Crap, I backed up too fast. I forgot to take Juliang, my weakness, with me. Meteor shower. Where? It's broad daylight. How could there be a meteor shower? Xiaoyuan, he's talking about you. Luan code name. Should we kill him? I'm kind of scared. Yunduo, why don't you do it? But I can't beat him. Then what do we do? I already took the money. 50 snacks? Someone put 1,000,000 bounty on me. But you only got 50? And you took that job? Juliang, come here. Senior brother, look. Second brother is running away. In the end, you still didn't strike. Instead, you had them take you back to Baihua Peak. So much farmland, yet flowers instead of rice. What a waste. But when you reached the mountainside, a fresh grave stood out like a sore thumb. Which asshole ruined the view like this? Who the hell buried a grave here? You'll be reborn as an animal in your next life. Senior brother, don't talk nonsense. This is Master's husband's cenotaph. I heard he died not long ago. Careful, he might visit you tonight. You should worry about me visiting you tonight. At those words, Yu Yoken instantly dared not say another word. But when you saw the writing on the tombstone, buried memories suddenly attacked your mind. Tomb of Tang Kui's husband, little beggar. That inscription feels so familiar. That title feels so familiar. Then you remembered. The one who piled rocks on your grave in Evil Ghost Abyss was your beloved master Tang Kewei. A few days later, you learned Li Qingku and the others had been freed. You decided to visit Piaoxiang Courtyard because so many hideouts were wiped out last time. Every leader in the organization died, so you had nowhere to collect pay for your 8 jobs. With no choice, you went to ask Zhao Dingling first. But as soon as you returned to Piaoxiang Courtyard, you met Tingfeng Pavilion's new person in charge. Boss, are you here to pay us? Pay? Pay what? Boss, I was due my pay yesterday, but the old manager is gone. Aren't you here to make up our wages? There are countless Bell agents in Seeking Immortal City. If I had to cover all their back pay, selling me wouldn't be enough. What pay? Who hired you? Go ask them for it. With that, Bai Shi turned and left. But the next second, a long sword pierced his chest.
He was just about to turn around.
Who gave you the nerve to stiff me on my pay? Pay up and you're the boss. I'll worship you if I have to. No pay, no work. Go hear the bells of reincarnation. Take a deep breath. The dizziness is normal. It'll pass soon. As Bai Shi fell backward, he finally saw that face clearly, and a wisp of red mist rising from her chest. A suit of red righteous aura armor. You ignored the fallen Bai Shi, and happily ran to Zhao Dingling's loft instead. Sister Dingling, are we getting paid today? Of course we are. The Sword Master of Heaven's Wrath hasn't returned from the Southern Kingdom yet. I'll cover it for you myself, okay? Thanks, Sister Dingling. The two caught up until midnight, before you headed to the next outpost. Meanwhile, Li Xingge was getting restless. Bai Shi still isn't back? Not yet, senior brother. Are you sure Bai Shi will kill him? I only need to say Hua Xiaoyuan destroyed the city outpost. That's enough. You want to kill with a borrowed knife, senior brother? Just a little trick. But why isn't Baishi back yet? Could it be... Sound the city with alarm now. Yujing, I'm an envoy of the mighty immortal Moon Kingdom. If I die in the Xiaoyao sect's territory, it gives the immortal Moon Kingdom reason to march north on Xiaoyao sect. Sir, a Jinyue pawnshop owner is here demanding back pay. Jinyue ghost? Interesting. Send him in. Ministry of Rights, pay me. Immortal Moon Kingdom Jinyue ghost. At your service, Lord Li. I heard you've come a long way, sir. I brought you some gifts. As the servant reached for the gifts, you quickly stepped aside. If the gift doesn't reach its real owner, how will they remember the favor? If you're not seeking a return, what's the point of giving gifts? Fast. Too fast. Ha! You finally admit you're Jinyue ghost. My junior brother is even a prince of the immortal Moon Kingdom. Why are you making such a fuss? We're just collecting an extra paycheck. If you're interested, I can be your referral. Nonsense. Do I look like I need that pocket change? Right. You don't need it. Move. I still need to catch up with Lord Li. Li Shuang was horrified by how ugly you were, thinking it was only a snack business. He promptly paid up. You promptly turned and left. Damn it, he played me. Furious, Li Xingge kicked the rooster into the lake. After leaving the embassy, you visited other factions' outposts. Having learned his lesson, Li Xingge only sent people to follow you in secret. But every report said you were just collecting pay. Until dawn. Report, City Lord. The factions that didn't pay Hua Xiaoyuan were wiped out again. Damn it, I had people following him. He didn't make a move while demanding pay. How did he do it? For the first time, Li Xingge found Immortal City unfamiliar. But before he could figure it out, City Lord, Hua Xiaoyuan has signed up at recruitment to join the city guard. Quick, don't let him in. City Lord, it's too late. He's already in armor and out on patrol. Commander Wan, remember, no matter how far my fight with him goes, never withhold his snack money. Wan Fang was already drenched in sweat. Yesterday, they were discussing how to deal with you. How did he become your boss today? Born with a sacred workhorse body, this man worked 8 jobs, and even put on an official uniform to stand guard at his own brothel. He could patrol and greet customers too. You thought you were a genius. Oh, isn't this young Master Yuan? Why are you wearing city guard armor? Is Fragrant Courtyard offering uniform service now? Sis, I'm a full-timer now. Don't talk nonsense. You're a bandit and a soldier, so your business is pretty broad. You can even arrest co-workers to boost your numbers. Hearing you could arrest co-workers for quotas, you instinctively looked inside. Your burning gaze made Li Qingku and Zhang Jinjin shudder. Sis Li has been so good to me. How could I do that? I'm worse than a pig or dog. After thinking it over, you took out a booklet and studied it for a while, then happily checked off every task with a tick. But Jiang Quanyu happened to see it as he passed by. It's done already. Yep, we know every faction's moves. I'm a professional spy. Senior brother Zhang, are you here to spend money? Jiang Tianyu shook his head and kept walking as if just passing by. He was here to probe your weakness. As quitting time came, you headed to the Immortal Moon Kingdom embassy again. Now that the Jinyue chief, Xin Wang, had not been replaced, you could only keep a close eye on Li Shuang. They're all from the Immortal Moon Kingdom anyway. A target's a target. No one can stop me from working. I really want a promotion. Lord Li, I have vital intelligence to report. What do you want to report? This morning, Zhang Tianyu peeked at my task log. I suspect Li Xingge is plotting against our Immortal Moon Kingdom. A Jinyue commander died in Immortal City, and Li Xingge still hasn't explained himself. He does need a warning. What plan do you have? Lord Li, I have a plan. To subdue this city. What plan? A honey trap. Xiao Yuan, beauties are rare at your level, but a sect holy sun can get them anytime. What if the beauty has the clap, sir? Where would you find a beauty with the clap? Sir, did you forget where I work? Fragrant Courtyard. There are plenty of beauties there. with the clap. The moment he said that, Li Shuang felt terrible. He had just visited Fragrant Courtyard not long ago. What the hell is Fragrant Courtyard doing? How can you scam customers like this? You've ruined me. Ja and boil some water. I need a bath. We were just talking fine. Why does he suddenly need a bath? Do important people all have germophobia? Sir, if you don't object, I'll take that as a yes. I'll go back and pick a beauty now. As for how to handle men, I should ask Zhang Jinjin. Li Xingge, unaware of all this, suddenly shivered. Tianyu, do you have a good plan? Holy, Sun Hua Xiaoyuan has a money tree at home. She rises early every day to worship it devoutly. We can wait for a dark, windy night. You mean pour boiling water on her money tree? Break her Tao heart? Tianyu, you're the man. Brilliant plan. Zhang Tianyu swallowed the rest of his words. What he meant to say was, replace the money tree with an evil god statue. Record her while she worships it. Then report her to the Xiaoyao sect. But seeing Li Xingge's expression now, he thinks no scheme matters. The Holy Sun's happiness matters most. Just then, a soldier suddenly ran in from outside. Report to the city lord. A Western region's drug merchant is passing through town. He says he wants to offer you an exotic beauty. Days later, you came before the money tree as usual. You bowed devoutly. God of wealth, bless me and my fans with great wealth this year. May our careers thrive. Just then, a dead leaf suddenly fell before you. Thanks. Thanks for your blessing, God of wealth. But before you could finish, a mass of leaves fell again. When you looked up at the money tree, you found it had withered away. Zhang Tianyu's poor stench still hung in the air. No doubt, this was a sinister plot against you. Li Xingge made his move. His first step was cutting off your wealth. With just one palm strike, you smashed the dead money tree. Then you calmly looked toward the city lord's manor. You got a newcomer? If you think you're that strong, I don't mind playing with you. By the time Li Xingge sensed something was wrong, he had caught the clap. I found out. Jiang Yingshu is from Pyeongxiang House. She's Jiang Jinsen's sister. She admitted Hua Xiaoyuan talked her into getting close to you. She said it would make her the city lord's wife. Damn it. I didn't expect him to be so devious. He actually poisoned the ditch. Last time. This is the secret history of the flower goddess palace you wanted. Li Xingge opened the first page. It showed a portrait of a stunning woman. A crimson red spider lily marked her brow. This demon emperor Wayu is quite a looker. Damn, he's already a washed-up loser. And he's still so horny. Li Xingge carefully read the files. They said the flower goddess palace came from beyond this world. They loved fighting and were obsessed with war. In the end, dozens of saints joined forces to suppress them. But one vague passage in the secret text caught Li Xingge's attention. What a great woman. Too bad she's married. Fuck, I told you to find clues. So all you saw was Huayu's beauty? Holy Sun, we should focus more on whether the flower goddess palace is working with Hua Xiaoyuan. Yes. Hua Yu and Hua Xiaoyuan both have the surname Hua. Plus his strange luck. And a background no one can trace. Tianyu, do you think the baby in Hua Yu's arms could be Hua Xiaoyuan? That's not enough to tell. In my hometown, those born with flaws must eat meals from 100 homes and seek blessings from 100 homes to make up for what's lacking. Hua Xiaoyuan was raised on milk from 100 homes and now works over a dozen jobs. Does he really need snacks that badly? Or does he want the luck of many factions to mend the flaw in his fate? Holy Sun, it's just a guess. Let me test him. But neither of them expected that the doctor treating Li Xingge had secretly recorded his symptoms long ago. Worse yet, that recording stone is now in your hands. You slipped into the Xianyu embassy again. Lord Li, this kid came to see you. I even brought you a little gift. Xiaoyun, you're a Jinyue ghost, and I'm the Ministry of Rights envoy to Xiaoyao sect. We should keep our distance from now on, and avoid suspicion. As Li Shuang spoke, he poured power into the recording stone. But when he saw the image, his whole body trembled in fright. Li Xingge's thighs were covered in red rashes. How did you get this picture? Oh, Xiaoyuan. From now on, no matter who asks, just say you don't know me, okay? I'm begging you. No, Lord Li. Your plan worked. Why don't you look happy?
Hui Xiaoyuan, have a conscience.
You did this on your own. I had nothing to do with it. After a brief struggle, you were eventually thrown out. You picked up your sleeping junior sister and headed for Piaoxiang House. Meanwhile, the recording stone jumped wildly in your hand. Then 1 became 2, and 2 became 4. You walked all the way, and the stones fell all the way. Come take a look.
Holy son Li Xingge has crotch rot.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. A gifted youth with no self-control.
Interesting.
So interesting. Where'd this lunatic come from? Won't the city guard do anything? Me? I am the city guard. Just then, you ran right into Zhang Tianyu. Senior brother Zhang, this is a special gift from Immortal City. Junior brother Hua, here's a gift in return.
Tailies of the Flower God Palace.
Oh, remember to open the gift in front of senior brother Li. It'll double the fun. Junior brother Xiaowen, were you born with a deficiency? They say those born with flaws need the lights of 10,000 homes to keep an early death at bay. This, how pitiful.
Even Demon Emperor Hua, you can't do anything, right?
At those words, killing intent flared in your eyes.
Your Flower God Palace identity was your most sensitive secret.
To avoid mind readers prying, you even deceived yourself. Yet it was still exposed. Li Xingge knows, which means all of Immortal City knows. Meanwhile, the recording stone began to glow. That stunning image was projected at once. It's over. It's really over this time. This guy dropped them all along the way. Who knows how many people picked them up?
The great Xiao sect's holy son has crotch rot.
Won't the other sects laugh themselves to death? When Xiao sect members go out from now on, how can they hold their heads up? Close the gates. As the 4 city gates shut, 4 beams of light shot into the sky. The city defense array activated at once. Zhang Tianyu gave you a cold look, then rushed toward the city lord's manor. You didn't chase him. Instead, you quietly formed a hand seal. A barely visible glimmer swiftly shot into Zhang Tianyu's body. A while later, you carried Julie back to Piaoxiang House. Xiaoyuan, come back.
It's dangerous outside.
Sister Li, did you forget? I'm a city guard. Thieves have entered the city. I need to catch them. Help me watch my junior sister first. Fine, but remember, safety first. Stay back if there's danger. There are plenty of city guards, so they don't need you. You nodded obediently. Sister Li, don't go out tonight. Elsewhere, Li Xingge stared blankly at the city defense array. What's happening? I never ordered the city sealed. Wanfeng, what's going on? City Lord. I don't know. I was just training the city guard. When Zhang Tianyu suddenly ordered the defense array activated, Zhang Tianyu has always been steady. For him to suddenly activate the city defense array, the situation must be urgent. But before Li Xingge could finish thinking, Zhang Tianyu fled straight toward him. His steps were unsteady, his long hair kept falling out, and his life force drifted away on the breeze. Immortal sealing talismans. Li Xingge immediately pressed a finger to Zhang Tianyu's brow. How ruthless was this man? To protect the secret of his origins, he actually surrounded a whole city by himself. But not only did the enemy refuse to surrender, he dared strike back at you. Hui Xiaoyuan, you don't need that mask. I've already recognized you. As he spoke, countless city guards soared into the sky. You were surrounded in an instant. You've got the wrong person. I am Liu Xingyu. With that, you raised your head. With just a soft breath, the falling snow turned into countless talismans. People often say, spells aren't about quantity, but mastery. But immortal seizing talismans take the opposite approach. Why seek mastery? More is enough. Above Immortal City, the sky was covered in dense talismans. Though they only carried foundation establishment power, there were simply too many, and every kind was different. Wanfeng's face changed at once. Just as he hurriedly ordered a retreat, a fierce wind rose in the sky, with flames and sword energy howling overhead. The whole sky thundered with blasts. In mere moments, countless city guards fell from the air. Then building after building caught fire. 10,000 people couldn't make a town. But they made a complete mess. Hua Xiaoyuan, you've truly enraged me. Long smoke in the desert. As Li Xingge spoke, a long sword pierced your chest. Hua Xiaoyuan, you owe me this. You deserve it. But the next second, Li Xingge's body suddenly shook. A snowman. A snowman covered in bubble talismans. Before he could finish, an explosion shook heaven and earth. Half the city lord's manor became ruins at once. Li Xingge was a deity transformation expert. An explosion this strong wasn't fatal to him, but it humiliated him beyond measure. All of you heed my command. Find Hua Xiaoyuan now. At the command, the remaining city guards began a citywide hunt, but to everyone's surprise, you were squeezed among countless refugees at the city gate. Sir, please let me out. I've got 70 or 80 elders to support, and Aunt Zhao's unborn daughter to raise. I can't die here. I'm the only son from Shamba village. Without me, our village's fields will go to waste. Amid the shoving, you bumped into a centurion of the city guard. Hua Xiaoyuan, what are you doing? I just recruited you into the city guard today. Don't embarrass me. Go keep order over there. After getting chewed out, you reluctantly ran off to handle the chaos. Meanwhile, 5 beams of white light shot into the sky. 5 soul transformation masters held up a canopy, blocking the falling snow. Look. It's Piaoxiang House's 4 heartthrobs. Damn, is the bar for performers this high now? The 4 heartthrobs, huh? The other 3 are this strong, so the top-ranked Hua Xiaoyuan must be... Isn't Hua Xiaoyuan right there? He was running with us just now. He ran even faster than me. Once you were spotted, you gave an honest smile, but no one noticed. Your fingers were quietly forming hand signs. Countless snowflakes formed from thin air before you, then scattered into the sky. Just then, Li Xingge suddenly raised his hand and clenched it. The bead curtain was seized from afar. Li Xingyu, come out and talk. Why hurt each other? We'll each keep the other's secret. Swear a heavenly Dao oath. No more grudges, deal? Seeing the bead curtain seized, you quickly pulled out a recording stone. The great holy son of the Xiaoyao sect. Bullying my junior sister who just joined 100 Flowers Peak. I need to keep proof. To report you before the sect master later. Fine. You swear first. Li Xingge was about to lock onto your location, but found no spiritual energy fluctuations. Only vibrations in the air. Damn it, does he cultivate with air? I, Li Xingge, swear this oath. As long as the meteor shower stops slaughtering the people of Cuxian City, and stops exposing my secrets, I, the Holy Sun, will keep his demonic secrets. If I break this oath, may gods and men strike me down. System, spend 3,000 fortune points to block the heavenly Dao's awareness and erase the oath's karmic tie. Ding. Congratulations, host. The oath's karmic tie has been blocked. Hearing this, Li Xingge curled his lips. I've got the system backing me. How can you fight me? Your luck alone isn't enough. I swear this oath, I will harm no one in Cuxian City and reveal none of Li Xingge's dirty secrets. If I break this oath, may a death tribulation fall from heaven and destroy my mind. The oath was broken the moment it was made. The great Dao trembled above the void. Yet the lightning never struck you. Hua Xiaoyuan, you're dead. Why didn't the heavenly Dao punish him with lightning? Damn it. Could he have a system too? It was Lord Cauliflower City who caught the clap. Only then did Li Xingge realize you never meant to make peace. You didn't care if the Flower Goddess Palace's secret got out. Or maybe you planned to bury all of Cuxian City from the start. The scandal of the Xiaoyao sect's holy son concerns the whole sect's honor. It must never get out. Since you want to slaughter the city, then I'll lend you a hand. We'll settle this afterward. With that, Li Xingge withdrew the sword aura blocking the snow. Then he swiftly knocked 5 people from the sky. He let the snow talismans rain down. Seeing this, the whole city was stunned. Wasn't the Holy Sun protecting us? Why is he attacking his own people? But the next second, something even stranger happened. Before the sky full of talismans hit the ground, they turned into drops of rain. Seeing the snow talismans fail, Li Xingge's smile froze. I underestimated you. All city guards heed my order. Kill anyone who speaks ill of me. Leave no one alive. At his words, the city guards charged in every direction. Countless screams rang out across the city. Meanwhile, Li Xingge raised his sword high. The sword absorbed the light from the sky. All of Cuxian City went dark. I have a sword. Great. Dark heaven. Let all of Cuxian City enjoy it. Junior brother Xiao Yuan, break it. Senior brother, don't keep making mistakes. I got you infected with a clap. But the people of this city are innocent. If you bear a grudge, just kill me. Please spare the people of this city. Huai Xiaoyuan, what are you saying? Stop acting. We'll kill everyone who knows. Then you and I will duel. Whoever loses killed everyone in this city, okay? No, senior brother, stop this. If you insist on killing innocents, even if I'm alone, I'll raise my blade against heaven and fight you to the death. Seeing this, Jiang Tianyu collapsed, pale as death. It's over. It's all over. Li Xingge was set up. Everyone in the city was set up. Wan Feng opened the city warding array. I'm going back to the Xiaoyao sect for help. Any later and it'll be too late. The cultivators below were just as shaken. Your powerful words gave them the courage to fight to live. More and more people came to stand behind you. Young Master Xiao Yuan, we stand with you. You're not alone. That's right, you're not alone. Together we'll overthrow Li and restore peace to Cuxian City. We'll defend Cuxian City to the death. How dare you defy your superiors? How dare you defy your superiors? As soon as he said that, Li Xingge spat out a mouthful of blood. The rogue cultivator's eyes lit up. They rushed to kill him, as expected of the Xiaoyao sect's senses. Even with her spiritual energy drained, her powerful body alone still held off hundreds of thousands of cultivators. Sadly, all the city guards had died. Even the savings he'd built up for decades were spent clean in this battle. Li Xingge was covered in wounds. The crowd cornered him in an alley. System, I'm going to detonate my flesh and blood. Spend all my fortune points on a one-time skill. Supernova Skyburst. You'll all be buried with me. Fall back, he's going to self-destruct. Run. Can you even get away? As everyone fled in panic, a woman ran against the crowd. Xingge, I'm sorry. I'm late. Yin Shu, get lost. Don't show your face again. Get lost. It's okay, Xingge. I'm here. As the sword fell to the ground, Li Xingge shut his eyes in despair. This woman who dragged him into hell was someone he should have hated to the core. Yet he just couldn't bring himself to kill her. At that moment, Li Xingge gave up all resistance. He let go of all the hate in his heart. Outside the alley, you patted Jiang Jinjin on the shoulder. See? I told you I'd make your sister the city lord's wife. Love sometimes needs a little hardship. Jiang Jinjin trembled at those words. A chilling fear rose in his heart. When you first promised Zhang Yinshu, he'd taken it as a joke. He never thought it would come to this. Now they had feelings. Just one last step remained. With that, you slowly walked up to Li Xingge. Senior brother, I thought you got syphilis because you were lustful and brought it on yourself. I never thought it was for your true love that you'd risk your life. As soon as you said that, the cultivators suddenly understood. Their faces filled with mixed emotions. Li Xingge was stunned. With just 2 lines, you changed how they saw him. That ridiculous syphilis had become proof of undying love. Are you all insane? You'll believe anything Hua Xiaoyuan says. You've all lost your minds. Love my ass. I got syphilis because I'm horny. I was going to silence all of Vermilion Sand City. Come kill me. Senior brother, stop it. Marry my sister, Yinzu, and this crisis will end. Don't hold her past against her. She had no choice but to fall this far. And don't blame me either. You kept targeting my true body. I had no choice but to attack you. But before Li Xingde could respond, countless sword lights appeared in the sky. Everyone, drop your weapons. You're surrounded. All law enforcement hall disciples, hear my command. Take them all back to the Xiaoyao sect. A saintly son for a century, ignored by all. Then one cauliflower girl made him famous. He was clearly the victim. Yet the man swallowed all the humiliation. and publicly declared he'd marry the cauliflower girl.
Li Xingge, did you and Hua Xiaoyun
Plot to poison her in the ditch?
No, Yin Shu and I truly love each other.
I'm willing to marry her.
His words were like thunder from clear skies. Everyone froze. Jiang Quanyu looked like her true love had betrayed her.
Holy son, she's not like that. She's a liar.
Shut up, she's your sister-in-law. You yelled at me. Boo-hoo! You jerk.
With that, Jiang Tianyu wiped her tears and ran from the hall,
leaving everyone utterly stunned.
Master, I admit my guilt.
It all began when that unethical doctor leaked my illness. I feared Ying Shu would be judged by others. So evil rose in my heart.
Please punish me, master.
Seeing Li Xingge so resolute,
Tong Keken could only question her.
Hue Xiaoyuan, are you a remnant of the flower goddess palace?
Sect master, I don't know any flower goddess palace.
Then how do you know the immortal summoning talisman? That's a flower goddess palace technique.
Yanduo taught me.
She used to serve Water Ji. After the water manor was destroyed, she followed me. Then the snowfall talisman in Seeking Immortal City.
Was that your work?
That was indeed my fault. That day, junior sister wanted to build a snowman. So I went to Rainthread Temple to pray for snow.
And guess what?
It actually snowed. Sect master, she's messing with you. Everyone's faces turned red as they held it in. Only Li Xingge kept his head down. Hue Xiaoyun's luck is insane. Forget praying for snow. She could pray for knives to rain from the sky. He'd underestimated your luck before. That's why he lost so badly. Hue Xiaoyun, all sides accuse you of spying for over a dozen factions.
Do you plead guilty?
I do. I often withheld wages.
Hundreds of disciples jointly accuse you of tricking them
into buying pricey drinks at Fragrant Court.
Do you plead guilty?
I do. Very well.
And this one?
Hua Xiaoyun accuses Hua Xiaoyun of selling flower cakes trampled by women's feet.
Do you plead guilty?
At those words, everyone looked at Tang Keken. Hue Xiaoyun is suing herself.
Are you sure you read that right?
No, didn't you hear clearly? The flower cakes are trampled by women's feet. Outrageous! That's so unsanitary! Disgusting! Some disciples loudly condemned it, but others quietly left the crowd. They went to 100 Flowers Peak to buy cakes. Just then, you suddenly raised your voice. I confess. The cakes are made by 18-year-old, beautiful women who trample them. Then they're steamed and baked. Beauties then stamp them with red lips mixed in at random. Seeing you ramble on with the details, Tong Keken quickly stopped you. Yet everyone looked amused. They thought you were exposing your own dirt. Instead, you were advertising flower cakes. Damn it! How can you be so driven? I hereby declare, Li Xingge is stripped of his title as Holy Son, and removed as Lord of Seeking Immortal City. He is exiled to the Tower of Oblivion. Hue Xiaoyuan, since you've just left the village, and know little of the world, go to the Tower of Oblivion with Li Xingge and live together. Hearing the sentence, Li Xingge was stunned. They fought, and now they're locked up together? How could you do this? Putting you two together is to teach you tolerance and to help each other. You're not just fellow disciples. You're also partners. You're one loving family. Learn to let go. Li Xingge gritted his teeth and endured it. He'd endured the greatest humiliation. A little hardship was nothing. Unlike Li Xingge's frustration, you looked like you were going on vacation. Yoken, while I'm gone, train hard. Don't bully junior sister. Be tolerant and help each other understand. Yes, senior brother. Juliang, stop going to the flower cake factory all the time. You're too greedy. You'll hurt 100 Flowers Peak's profits. Yes, senior brother. Yanduo, watch over my business. If you're too busy, hire more people. Don't wear yourself out. Yes, senior brother. Kewe, we still need to expand flower farming. Raw materials are holding back my factory. You need to pay more attention. Senior brother, my ass. Tong Kewe was about to beat you up. But when she recalled leaving you at the disciple recruitment square, her heart softened again. It's all my fault. Otherwise, you wouldn't be tainted by the world. This is our branch's cultivation technique. The essence nurturing meditation. Now that Li Xingge is your enemy, you must be careful. Do no harm. But always guard against others, understand? I will heed. Master's teachings. Tong Kawei was still worried. Her disciple was just too honest. He was easy to bully and use. She truly feared that once you went to the Tower of Oblivion, Li Xingge would plot against you. Meanwhile, Li Xingge's aggrieved roar came from the other side. Master, I really don't want to be locked up with him. I'm afraid he'll hurt me. Insolence! He's your junior brother. He's honest and kind, and a business genius. I've decided to put him in charge of Immortal Prison City. Hey, old man. How is he kind? Are you blind? After all the fuss, you still boarded the airship for the Tower of Oblivion. Last month's Beast Riot was related to you, right? What did you do? I just killed a few king beast cubs. Li Xingge staggered in terror. Turn around. Turn around. I'm not going to the Tower of Oblivion. I want to go home. Have you had enough? Hall Master Wei, Hua Xiaoyuan killed a few king beast cubs. The demon clan won't let this go. We can't go. I know you two don't get along, but you needn't frame her so badly. Xiaoyuan greets Hall Master Wei. Because of this junior's mistake, I've troubled you to escort us. My apologies. I'm honored. So young yet so poised. The more I look, the more I like him. Xingge, learn from your junior brother. Look at yourself now. Feeling Wei Jing's disdain. Li Xingge sniffled miserably. He kept adjusting his mindset. So what if a few king beast cubs died? So what if he offended a few king beasts? So what if he'd die without a grave? It's no big deal. Could anything be more humiliating than being forced to marry a cauliflower girl? No, he had survived the worst hell. Even if the road ahead was a bottomless abyss, he feared nothing. At that moment, Li Xingge reached a higher state of mind. The Tower of Oblivion is the carefree sex outpost watching the demon clan. It's the front line against the demon clan. Elder Wang Shu, Li Xingge and Hua Xiaoyuan have arrived. This disciple takes his leave. Wei Jing bowed to the ancient tower. His expression was deeply respectful. Clearly, the person in the tower was of very high seniority. Got it. You need to get along. Don't disturb Elder Wang Shu's cultivation for no reason. The sect leader said so. Xingge can return once he reaches the void refinement realm. Xiaoyun, your talent is lacking. You can leave once you form a core. After seeing Wei Jing off, Li Xingge chose the biggest stone house. He also set up formation after formation. When Hua Xiaoyun and the demons come, even if you kneel and beg me, I won't let you hide here. But when his divine sense swept over you, Li Xingge froze. It was because your home was right, next to Elder Wang Shu's. Damn it, why didn't I think of that? The days ahead seemed peaceful, but Tan Kekken was overwhelmed. Master, Hua Xiaoyuan is awful. She drew turtles on my face with a pen. She even smeared shit in my teacup. Shadow, go watch Hua Xiaoyuan at Forget River Tower. I have a bad feeling about her. The Shadow Hall of Carefree Sect was the department for dirty work. They excelled at stealth and assassination. But as he neared Forget River Tower, he suddenly stopped. Demonic energy. Damn it. Forget River Tower is surrounded. Just as he thought. The three cowards were like quails, squatting with their heads covered. They were unbelievably obedient. Who? Didn't you cover the mountain in talismans? How did we get surrounded? You only act tough at home. Elder Wang Shu, aren't you high-ranking? Why are you only at spirit transformation? Last time, Hall Master Wei was so respectful to you. So you're just old? Li Xingge, can't you fight above your realm? Then get up there. I'm at spirit transformation, fighting tribulation transcendence. Do you think I'm these beasts' dad? When the demons first came, the three relied on each other. None of them made a move. Then they all got caught. The lead tiger demon at tribulation transcendence looked at them with a mocking grin. Enough! Stop arguing. You're all food. Why can't you get along? Wang Kai, sniff out who killed my offspring. Then Yuluo, a cultivator dog, stepped out. He came before Li Xingge and showed off. Lord Baboy, are you one of my kind? Demon brother, I'm a real human. Humans eat that stuff too. What a strange world. Still doubtful. The cultivator dog came before you. But as soon as he got close, a sharp smell of blood exploded in his nose. No doubt about it. You're the one who killed them. Just as he was about to speak, A storage ring was shoved into his mouth. The cultivator dog quickly swallowed it. Then he casually walked toward Wang Shu. Woof, woof, woof. Don't slander me. I cultivate in the tower year-round. When would I have time to kill your offspring? The cultivator dog froze at that.
He'd almost forgotten Forget River Tower watched the demons.
The demons watched Forget River Tower too. Wang Shu had no time to commit the crime. Wang Shu immediately turned the dog's head around. It bit Li Xingge's ass. Li Xingge went numb. He knew this would happen. When you're unlucky, even water gets stuck in your teeth. Lord Tiger, I'm innocent. Hue Shaoeng killed them all. Last time he came to Forget River Mountains. Who knows how much trouble he caused. I don't care if I die, but don't let him go. Seeing your terrified look, the Tiger King wondered if he'd heard wrong. That dumb-looking guy could kill my offspring? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. With that, the Tiger King had a huge iron pot brought over. They filled it with water and stewed all three together. The cultivator dog looked at you apologetically. Then he hurried off to add water. Soon, all three were thrown into the pot. A pearl floated above the pot. With the fire, it refined the three of them. Just as Li Xingge despaired, a stubborn voice rang in his ear. Senior brother, you're a carefree sex holy son. You're the sex future. You can't die here. With that, you lifted Li Xingge out of the water. I'm dying. Put me down. It's hotter up there. Hearing that, all the demons looked at the pot. Such loyalty exists in this world. He'd sacrifice himself to save his senior brother. The demons were all shocked. They even drooled in emotion. The only one not moved was likely Li Xingge. System, save me. Ding. Host has no more luck points. Enable loan service? Enable it. I can't hold on. Congratulations. Loan service enabled. Borrowing 20,000 luck points. Once it arrived, Li Xingge quickly bought a shield. It barely kept him alive. Seeing this, Shadow was about to urge the sex rescue when the Tiger King caught him. Meanwhile, Tanu, back from the southern kingdom, found Zhao Dingling. Did Hua Shao kill you, Yu Zheng? Sir, he exposed himself during the assassination. Carefree sect exiled him to Forget River Tower. A loser who won't even kill a chicken could never succeed. Failure is fine. Give me my money back. Zhao Dingling took out 50 spirit stones. But Tianu didn't reach for them. Hue Shaoyuan, you freeloader. Why you get the spirit stones, while Zhao Dingling has to pay them back? He couldn't live off a woman himself, so Tianu hated men like that most. Those aren't the spirit stones I gave. I want the original ones. He's your disciple. If you can't do it, you do it. Otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. With that, Tianu flew toward Forget River Tower. Don't think you're safe in Forget River Tower. I'll drag you out right now. No one owes Tianu a debt. So Tianu cursed his way to Forget River Tower. Hua Shaoyan, get out here. You took the spirit stones. If you've got guts, do it yourself. Making Zhao Dingling cover for you. Who the hell do you think you are? But before he finished, he saw demons everywhere, and 4 people stewing in the pot. Oh, another one came. Holy shit, a Tribulation Transcendence Demon King. Sorry, wrong way. The next second, the tiger demon slammed Tianu to the ground. Then the Tiger King scooped up some broth and tasted it. Senior, Li Xingge has syphilis. Will this soup infect us? Humans and demons alike froze. The Tiger King looked at Li Xingge in terror. Pa. One rat turd ruined the whole pot. Something that infects cultivators isn't normal syphilis. It's filthy and cursed, thinking of that sip of syphilis soup. The Tiger King felt sick to his stomach. He struck the iron pot with one palm. Good thing we didn't stew this in there. Back to the mountain. The ancient king left without looking back. The Tower of Oblivion fell silent again, leaving only a huge pit. At the bottom, 4 figures were covered in blood. Nephew, your cauliflower really did the trick. Maybe don't treat us. Yeah, I feel like sometimes. Being dirty has its perks. Don't forget, we were stewed in the same pot. I'm already ruined, so I don't care. That strike from a Tribulation Realm Demon King badly wounded all 3 of them. But Li Xingge suddenly noticed. His cracked body was healing itself. There's something off about his cultivation art. Mine is the best earth art in the world. Even so, he nearly couldn't take the Tiger King's strike. Why does Hua Xiaoyuan get to? Because she's shameless? If I remember right, Hua Xiaoyuan has a bad memory. She copied all her cultivation arts onto the walls. Thinking of this, Li Xingge crawled out of the pit and headed for your hut. And Ying and Wang Xu saw Li Xing as greed too. They quickly helped you into the room as well. Just how ruthless was this illiterate guy? He guessed his way through cultivation arts. He'd alter them with just an index. Yet you didn't suffer cultivation backlash. Instead, you created the world's first cultivation art that absorbs air. But for a little cash, 3 schemers tricked you into mining on the mountain. We told him there was phosphate ore up there. What if he finds out there isn't? Relax. It's better than owing him wages. Let's take his lucky break first. But when the 3 entered your room, they all froze. What kind of writing is this? Why can't I read it? Such a huge lucky break. Can't be understood that easily. Quick, write it down. We'll study it slowly later. Yeah. Don't miss a single thing. Wang Shu immediately pulled out a recording stone. But Li Xing's hair stood on end. How can it be Chinese? I know all the transmigrators from Blue Star. There shouldn't be a Hua Xiaoyuan. System, what the hell is going on? But the system gave no reply. With no time to think, Li Xingge also pulled out a recording stone. Unaware of all this, you stared blankly at the rolling hills. I don't even know what phosphate soil looks like. Maybe I'll just dig a couple holes. So you got to work. You picked an open patch of grass. But the instant your hoe struck down, it snapped in two. Then a silver glint shone from the ground. I'm rich. I'm really rich this time. You warily looked around. After making sure no one was there, you covered it with a boulder. This is demon territory, after all. I need to find a way to mine it. You thought for a while. A bold idea came to mind. When you returned to the Tower of Oblivion, you happened to run into the 3 drinking tea. Xiaoyuan, don't tell me you went mining spirit stones. Just as I thought. I can't fool you, senior. I've already found spirit stones. Once I dig them out, I'll share some with you. Forget it. Keep them to win yourself a wife. Yeah, finding them is your skill. Like I care. I was lying to you. If there's really a spirit vein on this mountain, I, Li Xingge, will eat shit standing on my head. Seeing this, you could only head back inside. Your guilt grew even stronger. Over the next few days, you still went up the mountain every day. The 3 gathered to study the cultivation technique. Due to different understandings, they somehow cultivated in 3 directions. Each thought the other 2 were practicing it wrong. Xingge, you've been much more irritable lately. Don't let yourself go berserk. Your cultivation path is definitely wrong. It's obvious who's right and who's wrong. Look at you. You're almost fat as a pig. Yeah, can you still use your shadow escape? And Xingge, you're practically smoking black smoke. Hearing Wang Shu speak, the 2 looked at him with mixed feelings. Wang Shu now had antennae on his head and a tail behind him, looking just like an alien. Why are you staring at me? Listen up. You're both on the wrong path. You need to follow my approach. The 2 quickly nodded along. They had no choice. They didn't dare provoke this guy now. Listen to me. First, use spiritual energy to vibrate the Tianshu acupoint. Then circulate it through Zhongwan. Finally, settle it in the Jiufeng point. Where's the Jiufeng point? I've never heard of that acupoint. Wang Xiu pointed at his antennae in confusion. Right here. Don't you have them? As soon as he said that, Shadow and Li Xingge fell silent again. Wang Xiu wasn't even the same species as them anymore. Even his acupoints were different. What the hell was there to discuss? A moment later, all 3 looked at your food in sync. There had to be errors in the second copy of the technique. We're all practicing it. So why is Hua Xiaojian fine? Right, that must be it. Let's go verify it again. Without hesitation, the 3 sneaked into the stone house again. But when they looked at the stone wall, everyone froze. No, this technique is different from last time too. The overall content was mostly the same. But many details were different. Is this even the same technique? It's not the same technique. We're practicing the Zhuanshan breathing method 5.0.
This one's the 5.0 Pro version. What does that mean? Pro means it's an upgraded version. Then should we switch to version 5.0 Pro? Of course we should. This is the only technique in the world that cultivates by absorbing air. How could they give that up? Look at this line. The joys and sorrows of love. Our world isn't so simple. How do you cultivate love's joys and sorrows? I told you it was a dual cultivation technique, but you wouldn't believe me. Bullshit dual cultivation technique. We live together. Are you trying to make a move on me? Move out tomorrow. Don't cram into my tower. Hey, look at you. Who wants to stay? I'll move. The two didn't get it. But how could Li Xingge not recognize it? How the hell is this a technique? It's clearly got a few song lyrics mixed in. Go ahead and practice. Hope you go insane. The days passed in busy fulfillment. Until your first prison visit. Just as Yunduo was reporting the accounts to you, a thunderous boom suddenly came from outside. Li Xingge shot into the sky. This old sun is out theft. I, Li Xingge, have reached the void refinement realm. Congratulations, senior brother Xingge, on your great achievement. Once you ascend to the heavenly realm, all mortals are but dust. Tiger King, Demon Phoenix, they're all easy prey. Today watch this holy sun. Capture dragons below, and slay phoenixes and killins above. With a wave, I'll crush the Wangshuan Mountains. Li Xingge charged straight into the demon clan's lair. In no time, furious roars came from deep in the Wangchuan Mountains. Get lost, you cauliflower snake. Get lost. Why are you blasting those rocks? Stop chasing my cultivation dog. With no other choice, the ancient king could only drive Li Xingge away. After reaching Demon King Juni's territory, Li Xingge got the crap beaten out of him. But he seemed to have taken some powerful medicine.
He was surprisingly hard to kill.
And never got tired. Then he was driven into the Demon Phoenix's territory. In the end, Shadow risked his life to bring him back. Early the next morning, you took Yunduo deep into the mountains. Inside a deep mine pit, countless ox demons hauled raw phosphorus ore. On the mountain ridges, dozens of Wolf demons stood guard. A processing plant was also built on a nearby peak to extract spirit stones. Yunduo, what are you standing there for? This is my new business partner, Sir Cultivation Dog. Recently, demons have been harming humans and using communication artifacts to lure the victim's friends and family into the mountains. The sect leader said, whoever avenges this can become a Holy Sun candidate. Yunduo, I want to be the Holy Sun. You're already colluding with demons. Forget becoming Holy Sun. You might not even save your own life. Cultivation Dog, are we colluding with anyone? No. Absolutely not. Yunduo could see it now. You really wanted to be the Holy Sun. You were already fooling yourself. That evening, Yunduo took Shadow and the half-dead Li Xingge away. Though Shadow's superb escape technique saved him, he was barely breathing. He urgently needed treatment back at the sect. But in the days that followed, the Wangshuan Mountains gradually grew lively. Sword lights often streaked across the sky, and humans and demons fought in the mountains. Because the Xiaoyou sect issued a demon-slaying order, whoever collected the most demon ears would become a Holy Sun candidate. Inside Xiaoyou Hall, Jiang Tianyu recorded the disciples' merits. Morong Yu killed 10 demon soldiers and 3 golden core demons. Hui Xiaoyuan killed 3,500 demon soldiers, 18 golden core demons, 9 nascent soul demons, 3 spirit transformation demons, 1 void refinement demon general, and 1 tribulation transcendence demon king.
How many?
He said that and snatched your merit bag. It was packed with demon cores. Under them were a sack of spirit stones and a note. Senior brother in charge of records. This is a small gift from Shaoruan. Just record it truthfully. Don't favor Shaoruan. Without hesitation, Jiang Tianyu decided to report it to the sect leader. Sect leader, Hua Xiaoyuan's merits are outrageous. I'm here to ask you all for a ruling. He just killed some demons. How outrageous can it be? It's not like he killed the Tiger King. But when Jiang Tianyu poured out that golden tiger ear, everyone gasped. Holy shit, he really killed the Tiger King. Tang Kekin immediately took out a communication stone. Wang Shu, check if the Tiger King is still alive. I saw a dog demon give Hua Xiaoyun a pile of demon ears,
including the Tiger King's ears.
That bastard was sent to pad his resume. Yet he openly colluded with demons. Aren't you curious how he got so many demon ears?
Maybe he opened a brothel in demon territory.
And after serving clients, while the beasts slept, he cut off their ears.
Kewei, don't talk nonsense.
He probably bought them with spirit stones.
The flour cakes made a lot these past 6 months. With the right price, some beasts will sell themselves. After all, they heal fast. No way, he must have fought deep in demon territory, through countless hardships, slash after slash, until blood flowed like a river. Watching the noisy hall, Jiang Tianyu felt overwhelmed. He chose to tell the truth. Soon, word spread that you took first place.
The whole Xiaoyou sect was in an uproar.
A huge group of skeptical disciples and elders rushed to the Wangshuan Mountains. You made no excuses. You simply led them to a tall wall. Senior brothers and elders, welcome to Wawa Mountain Park. As they went deeper inside, everyone grew more horrified. Pig demons, limbless and penned up. A water prison filled with torture tools. And finally an office area. Hey, big cousin. Got time to work at Wawa Mountain Park? What kidney harvesting? Nothing like that. Demons don't scam demons.
Bullshit! Demons don't scam demons? My second uncle went to your place days ago
and hasn't been heard from since. You animals!
You'll get what's coming to you.
The Xiaoyou sect members looked at each other. They never thought they'd see the day when demons called others animals. What a twisted world. When the dear demon turned around, he saw your gloomy face. Sorry, boss. I'll work even harder. Work harder? Drag him out and beat him first. Demons pose as human cultivators, luring friends and kin into the mountains to kill them. I merely gave them a taste of their own medicine and built this Wawa Mountain Park. Do you still think I collude with demons? Number. Junior brother Mei is breaking them apart from within. Your achievement is truly impressive. Yes, we were short-sighted before. We misunderstood you. We apologize. We sincerely apologize to you. When the park's iron gates opened again, everyone rushed out, afraid 1 second late would trap them here forever. But after running 18 miles, you caught up with them and stopped them. You stuffed bags of snacks into their hands, wearing a warm, gentle smile. There was none of that demon-like look from before. Please put in a good word for me if I become a Saint Sun candidate. I'll never forget your great kindness. Thank you all. When word reached the Xiaoyou sect, the higher-ups were furious. But with Tang Kewei and Yu Linglong backing you, you were still chosen as a Saint Sun candidate. But just then, Tong Keikin's communication token lit up. Hello? Finally got through to you. Your friend was training in the Wangchuan Mountains and stumbled into an ancient immortal's cave. After gaining a mighty inheritance, he was chased by dozens of demonic cultivators. Now he's ended up at our Wawa Mountain Park. He said if you bring 300 spirit stones to get him, he'll share half the inheritance with you. Hello? Can you hear me? Well, damn. They scammed the wrong guy. I want to see just what this Wawa Mountain really is. Daring to pull tricks here. Tong Keikin gave a cold smile. Is my friend okay? Is he badly hurt? Thanks for saving him. I'll bring snacks and pick him up right away. Your friend is fine now. I'll send you the address. Remember to bring enough snacks. I checked for you. The inheritance your friend got is very powerful. After cutting off the communication artifact, Tong Keikin summoned Shadow. The two headed straight for the Wangshuan Mountains. In just half a day, they reached Wawa Mountain Park. Anyone here? I'm here to get my friend. As the gates opened, dozens of little demons surrounded Tankin. Bro, got any snacks? Spare some cash? Just then, Xu Go came out through the iron gates. Oh, another fat sheep. But when he saw who it was, he was scared out of his wits. SS Sect, Master Tan. You know me? The other little demons heard the Xiaoyou sect master had come, and scattered at once. Unaware of all this, you were directing ox demons to sort, or our report, boss. We tricked the Xiaoyou sect master here. What? Who came? That king of your Xiaoyou sect, Tang. Something Chun. Dog Bro said to expand our business today. And had us use a communication artifact to pick people at random. Who knew we'd pick your human king? We're doomed. We're doomed. Colluding with demons. The sect master must be here to settle scores with me. Before Tang Keiken could react, you dropped to your knees and hugged his leg. Sect master, you're finally here. That dog demon and his tiger king forced me to scam people. Tang Keiken was stunned. Xu Go was even more stunned. I'm innocent, sir. Innocent. Still yapping when death is near. With one palm strike, Xu Go crashed into the wall ahead. A huge section of buildings collapsed, revealing a massive mine pit. It's a spirit stone vein. The park was built around the vein. Something's off here. Sect Master, Hall Master Shadow said there was a spirit vein on this mountain. So I came to dig it, but it kept getting bigger. So I had no choice but to hire demons to mine it. We weren't just messing with you. You really dug one up? Wait, Shengai once said if there really was a spirit stone vein, he'd eat shit upside down. I'll record this and make him keep his promise when we get back. Why'd you have to trick that dumbass? You caused such a huge mess and cost me a Saint Sun candidate spot. Though he complained, Tang Keiken couldn't give up this spirit vein. This is your mine. But even if it rots, it has to rot in Xiaoyao Sec's pot. Tang Keiken immediately put on a smile and personally helped Xu go up. Oh, brother dog, are you hurt anywhere? I was too impulsive just now. It's all Zhao Yuan's fault for not explaining and making me misunderstand you, brother dog. After comforting Xu Go and apologizing, Tang Keiken praised you too. They also hoped you'd return and take up the Saint Sun post. But you didn't refuse. Time to get back to being a spy. Can't take all that pay for nothing. Soon, 3 sword lights vanished over the horizon. But as soon as you returned to 100 Flowers Peak, you got some shocking news. Zhao Dingling was captured. She's now held in 10,000 Snakes Valley, at the Discipline Hall. To help you finish your mission, she actually snuck into the Carefree sect to kill you, Yokan. But she failed and was caught on the spot. The news was leaked by Zhang Tianyu. He was sure you'd come save her. That way, he could take the chance to crush you and win back the Saint Sun title for Li Xingye. But what Zhang Tianyu didn't expect was Li Xingye no longer wanted to fight. He had already dispersed the Zhuanchong breathing technique. If he kept cultivating, he wouldn't be able to suppress the madness in his heart. He'd keep feeling invincible. Senior brother Xingye, we came to see you. Good. Rest easy and heal, senior brother. As for dealing with Hua Xiao Yuan, we won't let you down. Junior brother Zhang, you. Don't worry, senior brother. I've got it all handled. Just stay in the rear. No, I mean, you want to ruin him completely. Don't worry, I've already laid a perfect trap. No, I mean, you want to do it yourself. Of course you can. Once he loses the sex protection, it'll be the best time for you to strike. They gave Li Xingye no chance to speak. Then they turned into streaks of light and left. Fuck system, can I still be saved? Hello host. You currently owe 137,802 points. Please pay promptly. Otherwise, Skylight Technology will suspend service. The system is overdue? And the bill's that exact? Destroy this world. It's not worth living in. No, they're going after Hua Shaoyuan in my name. They're bound to fail. Then the luck backlash will hit me again. Damn, these bastards are trying to get me killed. With tears in his eyes, Li Xingye swallowed a burst key pill. After forcing down his injuries, he hurried after Zhang Tianyu and the others. Outside the discipline hall, Zhang Tianyu had been lying in wait. Listen up. Hua Shaoyuan is full of tricks. If anyone comes near the gate, no matter who it is, beat them to death. The words had barely left his mouth when a figure came rushing over. Stop. But before Li Xingye could finish shouting, a heavy hammer smashed right into his face. Hit him hard. A storm of fists and kicks came down. Li Xingye couldn't even scream, not until they turned him over. Did everyone stop? Holy sun, run. Wrong guy. Everyone scattered at once, leaving Zhang Tianyu standing there at a loss. The brother. He tried to help Li Xingye up, but was shoved away. Feeling the distance and disgust, Zhang Tianyu felt like he'd lost something for good. Meanwhile, a figure slowly approached. The discipline hall disciples went on high alert. Chief Hua, please leave. Don't make this hard for us. Guys, can you do me a favor? Let Sister Dingling go. What favor? I wanted to reason with you as an ordinary guy, but you forced me to reveal my god-tier identity. That's right. I'm Meteor Shower, an imperial assassin of Luoyang. So, are you scared or not? At those words, the disciples relaxed instead. Senior brother, it's cold outside. Go back inside. Don't catch a cold. Boundless Dao cup-smashing hand. Seeing you attack, dozens of figures rushed in. Soon, you were howling from the beating. Ow! Stop hitting me! Do me a favor. I'm a Holy Sun candidate. Seeing this, Tong Keken sighed from the loft. Make them stop. This test tells us nothing. Sect Master. The Xiaoyao sect knows how to open the Burying Flowers Sea. And this involves the Flower Goddess Palace. Better safe than sorry. After that, Wei Jing called everyone off. Xiaolin, don't say I never gave you a chance. Beat the discipline hall's 3 top prodigies, and I'll let your lover go. My hat fell off. Sister Dingling said, to pick it up after a fight. Here, hurry up and leave. Just seeing you pisses me off. When you got back to 100 Flowers Peak, you ran into Zhu Langen. Eldest brother, where were you? I taught the discipline hall disciples a lesson. Senior brother, I'm going to train now. Don't bother me again. If I fail to become an immortal, it'll definitely be your fault. Julian pouted, feeling a huge blame fall from the sky, so heavy he could barely breathe. Then you found a perfect training spot. You've been so busy mining to buy things that you hadn't practiced the mystic heaven breathing method in ages. You've forgotten most of it. Was it 3 long, 1 short, or 3 short, 1 long? Whatever, they're about the same. You took a huge breath in. Nearby, Julian suddenly felt starved for air, as if someone had grabbed his throat. You opened your mouth and blocked it. Julian's choking feeling vanished at once. He looked around in terror. A ghost is choking me! Just as he tried to run, you took another huge breath. His vision went black, and he passed out cold. During your half-day of training, all the low-level cultivators in the Xiaoyou sect fell into a panic over sudden bouts of choking. The whole sect suddenly came down with a strange illness. They had trouble breathing in spells, and some even fainted on the spot. The craziest part was, the healers couldn't find anything wrong. All because you, that air-absorbing bastard, were draining half the sect's air with every breath. At Alchemy Peak, the number of cultivators seeking checkups surged. Chief Daioken was overwhelmed. This shouldn't be happening. Junior brother, let me give you 2 key and blood pills first. Senior brother, you don't know what's wrong, so you can't just prescribe pills. It's fine, it's fine. Dragon Tiger Vitality pills. Cure everything. But just after he said that, his breath suddenly caught. Damn, is this contagious? Before anyone could react, Daioken was already running toward the back mountain. Master, save me. I'm suddenly having trouble breathing. Am I about to die? Damn it, didn't he say this pill cures everything? Why doesn't he take one himself? I've never seen anyone so shameless. When other people's kids get sick, he tells them to pray to spirits. When his own kid gets sick, he sees a doctor, huh? Disciples from every peak cursed and complained. In anger, they smashed Daioken's alchemy room. They demanded Peak Lord Zhao Ce come out and explain. Meanwhile, after training, you wanted to find someone to test it on. When you saw Zhu Liyan lying at the foot of the mountain. Julian, what's wrong? Eldest brother, a ghost is choking me. A ghost? Where's the ghost? After looking around, you fixed your eyes on the abandoned grave Tang Kewei had buried. 100 Flowers Peak was beautiful everywhere, except that ugly abandoned grave. If there really was a ghost, it had to be tied to that grave. Thinking that, you cautiously walked to the grave and kicked the tombstone in half. Demons and ghosts be gone. Spirits and monsters be gone, be gone, be gone. Then you pulled out the divine mining pick. After a few swings, you cracked open the whole grave. Julian, feel any better? Senior brother, I feel better. Only then did you breathe a sigh of relief. Then you formed a talisman.
Payback Emperor. By urgent decree, burn. A rainfall talisman turned into sword fire and slashed at the coffin. In an instant, it burned the coffin to ash. What a thrilling battle. Zhao Lian, good thing your senior brother made a small breakthrough. Otherwise, I couldn't have dealt with that evil thing at all. Just then, voices suddenly came from below the mountain. Marong Yu and Tang Keiwei. Oh crap. How did I forget this was Master's cenotaph? Zhao Lian, hold on to this divine greedy pig for me. I'm going to use the bathroom. Before Zhu Lian could reply, you vanished from the crime scene in a flash. Okay, senior brother, I'll keep the pig safe for you. But once you were gone, Zhu Lian saw Tang Qiuyi's ashen face. She looked at the iron pick in her hand, then at the grave in the distance, and dropped to her knees with a thud. Master, Master, please let me explain. Explain it in hell to your ancestors. That day, terrible screams echoed through the mountains. Meanwhile, you hid in your room, trembling. Until midnight, Zhu Lian's sobs slowly faded. But just then, hey, look at the awful thing you did. When you didn't respond, Li Xingge let out a deep sigh. Hue Shaoyuan, your cultivation method has a major flaw. You can't keep practicing it, or you'll end up in hell. Seeing you still say nothing, Li Xingge seemed to make up his mind. He raised a hand and split off a strand of his soul from his brow. Junior sister, I'll fix your cultivation problem. Will you lend me 100,000 luck? Yingzhu is pregnant. I can't die yet. If you change your mind, come find me at Alchemy Peak. But hurry, I don't have much time left. The reason Li Xingge acted this way was because host number 7 of the Heavenly Secrets was on the way. If he couldn't repay his system debt, he'd likely face violent debt collection. Can you really fix my spirit root? I feel like he's about to come out. You don't resent me for setting you up? I'm not a sore loser. A loss is a loss. There's nothing to resent. As for whether I can fix your spirit root, I need to examine you first. With that, Li Xingge sent probing spiritual power into your body. Just moments later, cold sweat poured down his forehead. This body felt shattered to him, like countless mismatched pieces of flesh, forcibly glued together by luck. Wait, your body, what happened to it? My mother was at war when she carried me. I was only in her womb for 3 months. My mother used the power of the great Tao and spiritual medicine to induce my birth.
Hearing this,
Li Xingge's eyes went wide. This was more than being born weak. 3 months? The fetus had barely formed. You weren't even born with a foundation. Are you still sure you can fix my spirit root? Li Xingge said nothing. Fix it? My ass. If he could do that, he wouldn't fear the system's violent debt collection. Seeing this, you asked no more. Instead, you slowly walked to the window, using the moonlight to stitch the cracks in your face. At this eerie sight, Li Xingge's scalp went numb. You're this badly depleted. How did you even survive this long, Li? The soul's innate energy is hidden in the sea of consciousness. Don't think too much. Use less energy. Act on instinct. Follow luck's lead. Leave the future to fate. Only then did Li Xingge finally understand why you were sharp at times and foolish at others. You weren't truly stupid. Most of the time, you survived on luck, a genius or a madman. If you live, you're a genius. If you die, you're a madman. You seem to submit to fate, but you're really a madman fighting fate alone. Thinking that, Li Xingge gave a bitter smile. Then he took back that strand of soul. Before leaving, he gave you a solemn bow. I've learned a lot. I thought I came to save you, but we're both in the same boat. Since you can't even save yourself, I won't force it. If fate allows, I'll see you in hell. With that, Li Xingge turned away without hesitation and walked into the endless night. This was his fight against fate. If he died, his soul would scatter. If he lived, he'd stiff the system, watching his figure fade into the night. You picked up a bunch of grapes and put the biggest, sweetest one in your mouth. Meanwhile, Yanduo entered the room too. Yanduo, doesn't he look like a dog? Yanduo shook her head. You just smiled faintly. I thought he used to, but now he seems a little more human. Yanduo gave a bright smile too. Does he look like a dog? Yanduo doesn't know, but you're about to get beaten like one. Little Zhu Lian confessed. She said you dug up Peak Lord Tang's man's grave. The moment she said that,
The grape in your hand fell to the floor. Just as you were about to run, a slender hand suddenly grabbed your collar. Hue Xiaoyuan, you've got some nerve. You dare dig up my man's grave? Master, I was wrong. You beat Julian, so you can't beat me too. How can you settle one grudge twice? Master, you can't go back on your word. Moments later, you were hung beside Zhu Laini. Tong Kewei angrily grabbed a thin bamboo switch and whipped your butt relentlessly. Hue Xiaoyuan, look at yourself. Do you act like an older brother at all? Your junior sister is so young. Fine, you didn't protect her. But after messing up, you blamed her? What kind of behavior is that? Master, I was wrong. I know I was wrong. I won't frame Julian again. It was all Yoken. It was all you Yuken's doing. After venting her anger, Tong Kewei stormed off. At that moment, Julian, hanging nearby, stopped crying too. She stared at you with wide eyes and grinned foolishly. Master knows you were framed. Why hasn't she let you down? Silly girl. I don't know what you're laughing at either. All right, I confessed. Why am I still hanging here in the cold wind? Master. I was framed. Over the next few days, Tong Kewei finally stopped running around all day and began teaching the three of you cultivation. Zhao Yuan, the enforcement hall's three top talents are the Shalu, Yan Gui, and San Miao. The Shalu excels at swordplay. His sword skills rely heavily on eyesight. Throw lime powder first. Blind him. Yan Gui excels at formations. He uses the 8-direction dragon formation. But he hasn't mastered it yet. He can only control some green snakes. Use sulfur to break it. Sun Niao is a body cultivator. His blood and energy are strong. But he's hot-tempered and slow-moving. Practice your movement skills. Dodge him. While hurling insults at him, you'll take him down in one go. Master, Sister Dingling is an assassin for the Luo network. If I defeat the enforcement hall's 3 top talents, will they really let her go? Aren't all your co-workers at the Fragrant Courtyard spies too? Yet everyone's still getting along. Low-level cultivators are everywhere. They can never catch them all. As long as you don't cause major trouble, the sect won't care. You're just too honest. When the sect put you on public trial before, you shouldn't have admitted guilt. Right, phrase it differently. You didn't collude with the demonic path. You risked your life to infiltrate it. I think they're just jealous you made spirit stones. The 3 disciples listened with great interest, thinking the old really were wiser. But trouble still came. At dusk, a loud shout rang through the mountains. Wanted killer Zhao Dingling has escaped. When disciples from every peak saw this, kill her on sight. Your face changed as you looked toward the disciplinary hall. She escaped? How is that possible? The disciplinary hall is full of experts. How could a mere nascent soul cultivator escape? On Alchemy Peak, Li Xingge sprang to his feet after hearing the message. Yingshu, something's not right. Go tell Hua Xiaowen now. Tell her not to act rashly. Husband, don't you hate him anymore? Yingshu, though you're married to me, you came from a brothel. No one on this mountain respects you. If I'm not around, ask Hua Xiaowen for help if you're in trouble. I may hate him, but he won't look down on you. He's your last resort. As if recalling something, Li Xingge added, Oh, unless it's a life or death crisis. Don't go looking for him. The more he uses his brain, the less he has. Jiang Yingshu looked puzzled. It was her first time hearing that brains could run out from use. Without hesitation, she flew on her sword toward 100 Flowers Peak. Meanwhile, at the summit of Bright Moon Peak, more than a dozen people were watching the show. Their leader was Zhang Jinshan. He was one of the 3 candidates for Holy Son of the Carefree sect, and Zhang Tianyu's older brother. In the mountain woods, a figure was running at full speed, with countless sword lights chasing close behind. No wonder she's the top courtesan of Piaxiang House. That figure is truly captivating. Don't you agree, Tianyu? I prefer senior brother Xingge. We have nothing in common. I've been away from the sect too long. Just look at what you've all become. You let a new disciple run circles around you. What a disgrace. Jiang Zhenshan then looked down at the fleeing figure again and licked his lips slightly. She's truly a rare beauty. I really want to pin her to the ground and have some fun. As dozens of sword lights struck the ground, the red-clad figure was surrounded. Zhao Dingding, there's nowhere left to run. Surrender now. Wait, why are you chasing me? Shaoan. Why are you running around in the middle of the night? Dressed so provocatively? Well, as the top girl at Piaoxiang House, I've always dressed flashy. Sister Li said the customers like it. Leave 2 people to watch her. The rest, keep searching with me. The disciplinary hall disciples took to the air on their swords again. Senior brother Shaowen, you can't blame the disciplinary hall for this. Someone snuck into 10 Serpents Valley and freed Zhao Dingling. After saying that, the disciple looked toward Bright Moon Peak. I don't know who set you up, junior brother. But there's no doubt about it. Whoever's watching the show now is the prime suspect. Seeing this, Zhang Shanshan was dumbfounded. After a while, Zhang Tianyu quietly asked, Big brother, do you still want to pin her down? If you still do, we'll help you hold her down. Yeah, brother Zhenshan. Embarrassed, Zhang Zhenshan could only pretend not to hear. Just then, Li Yujin flew before Zhang Zhenshan. Well, if it isn't Chief Hua, why aren't you saving your old flame? What brings you here? Why did you set Sister Dingling up? If anything happens to Sister Dingling, I'll kill all of you. How dark is this assassination guild? The client offers 1,000,000 spirit stones, but the assassin only gets 50. And you, unaware of this, are ready to spend 3,000 spirit stones. Sister Li, post a bounty on the web of assassins. 3,000 spirit stones. I want someone killed. The free and easy sect, right? What was your name again? His name is Zhang Zhenshan. Bastard, do you want me dead so you can inherit the family business? Sister Li, it's Zhang Zhenshan. He may have vitiligo. His hair is completely white. His eyes are bloodshot. It must be iritis. Don't worry, Shaowen. I'll take care of this for you. After hanging up the communication talisman, you let out a sinister laugh. Who says I have to kill him myself? Meanwhile, Zhang Zhenshan looked rather gloomy. He never thought you'd stoop this low. What kind of organization is the Web of Assassins? There's no job they won't take. But he couldn't show any fear now. I'll see who comes to kill me for 3,000 spirit stones. Just then, the token at your waist began to glow faintly. Hello, Liu Xingyu? The guild has a job for you. Go to the free and easy sect and kill Zhang Zhenshan. 30 spirit stones. Once you finish this job, you'll be promoted to a black-level assassin. And with that, the call ended. Your face lit up with joy. Another job. Go to the free and easy sect and kill Zhang Zhenshan. Finish this job and I'll become a black-level assassin. This promotion path is just too tempting. But you soon realized something was wrong. Zhang Shanshan. That name sounds familiar. Seeing this, Zhang Zhenshan warily took 2 steps back. He's always been like this. No, you'd better hope he stays that way. After only 2 seconds of excitement, you finally realized. That damn job was mine. 3,000 spirit stones. And it gets passed back to me for 30. As you spoke, the token fell from your hand. Your once clear eyes gradually turned scarlet with madness. Kill Zhang Zhenshan and recover 30. Don't kill him and lose 3,000. Just as you were about to strike, a thunderous boom came from the distant mountains. Zhao Dingling still couldn't evade the enforcement hall's search. Seeing this, you immediately stepped into the air and left. A few dozen breaths later, you reached Zhao Dingling. Xiaoyuan, is that you? Sister Dingling, it's me. Xiaoyuan. Do you remember the assassination medicine arts I taught you? I remember Sister Dingling. I've always had a good memory. Everyone has a weakness. Even an emperor has someone they care about. Now I'll teach you your final lesson. To become a proper assassin, you can't have any weaknesses. I'm your weakness, Shaowen. Congratulations. You've graduated. As Zhao Dingling's arm fell limp, your world collapsed. The luck you'd always relied on still couldn't save her. Just as your mind faltered, the one who looked exactly like you suddenly appeared in the reflection on the water and let out a piercing laugh. Hue Xiaoyuan, do you know why I exist? Because you're useless. Because you're weak. Even that boundless fortune didn't know how to save you. So it created me. 7 golden cores suddenly rose behind you. Each one corresponded to one of your 7 techniques.
Original self 7 golden cores are enough to fight above your level. Go. Go kill Zhang Zhenshan. Go avenge her. But I'm scared. Scared of what? My ass. I was the one who chased Si Hu Tiankuo down. I was the one who dug up graves in the ghost abyss. I was the one who slaughtered cultivators in the water palace. I was the one who killed demons and took their cores in the Wangchuan mountains. You bastard. You even lie to yourself. I'm the truly kind one. You've always been the evil one. With those words, your frightened expression slowly twisted. Dark demonic energy rose above your head. Multicolored righteous energy appeared behind you. But brother, it's me. I did all of it. Why did you expose me? Seeing this bizarre scene, the enforcement hall disciples went pale. The Shalu immediately ordered everyone to retreat. But just as she reached midair, a huge hand suddenly seized her. Limitless force, cup-smashing hand. With one strike, the Shalu was driven into the forest. You promised me you wouldn't kill her. You promised. You promised me. At the same time, several figures came flying through the sky. Zhang Shenshan was holding a memory stone. Hui Shaoyuan, for the sake of one assassin, you slaughtered enforcement hall disciples. I've recorded every one of your crimes. What else do you have to say? It was you. It was all you. Senior brother, I'll capture her and let the sect master decide her fate. Zhang Dao moved incredibly fast and flashed in front of you in a single breath. But you didn't dodge or flinch. You caught Zhang Dao's blade with one hand, then slapped him across the head. A blanket of white scattered across the ground. Seeing that things were going badly, Zhang Dao hardly released his nascent soul and tried to escape. Heavenly profound breathing technique. Die. You simply opened your mouth and inhaled, and the nascent soul instantly burst into countless wisps of spiritual energy. Demonic arts? Hua Shaoyuan. You've been practicing demonic arts? I say your cultivation is the demonic kind. You bullied Sister Dingling, a helpless woman. You morally bankrupt fiends. As the Holy Sun, I'll purge the free and easy sect today. Zhang Shanshan and the others felt their scalps tingle. Oh man, she's dropped the act completely. Let's go complain to the free and easy hall. You think you're getting away? As your power ran wild, the clouds overhead began to collapse.
Thick fog blocked the path ahead.
The rainbow of righteous energy behind you became a streak of light, and the slowest disciple merely brushed against it and was absorbed into it. Damn it, what kind of monster is this? Zhang Zhenshan rapidly formed a sword seal. Countless sword lights spread across the clouds. The blood-red scales of his armor became dozens of rainbow-colored dragons circling his body. Just then, Jiang Yingshu reached Zhao Dingling's side. Sister Dingling, hang in there. Please, hang in there. I'll take you to a doctor right now. Wait. Xingge. Xingge can surely save you. A moment later on Alchemy Peak, Li Xingge stared at Zhao Dingling with a deep frown. Husband, please save Sister Dingling. Back at the fragrant courtyard. She was the one who took the best care of us. Li Xingge let out a soft sigh, then used blood as ink, and drew a soul-locking seal between Zhao Dingling's brows. I only hope Hua Shao remembers my kindness. If I die, I hope you can take care of our child for a while. With that, he fed Zhao Dingling a golden pill. This was his last life-saving trump card. The resurrection pill he had bought from the system. At most, this pill could keep her alive. But finding a way to wake her would take more. Go find Daoken. He might have a way. Daoken's just a quack. He only uses dragon vigor pills to treat people. You want to find him? Go on. Junior brother Daoken isn't that bad. He's pretty reliable most of the time. Meanwhile, Zhang Tianyu, who had slipped away, had arrived at Shaoyao Hall. Tong Keikan sat calmly on the sect leader's throne. Jiang Baishu wore a grim face and said nothing. Sect leader, Hua Shaoyuan's strength has been confirmed. She has formed 7 golden cores. She's as strong as a god-forming cultivator, or perhaps even stronger. Tong Keikan smiled faintly. Then he turned to Zhang Baishu. Hui Shaoyuan's 15 younger siblings will be the pillars of the Immortal Ascension Sanctuary. Xiao Bai, think of something. See if we can use Hua Shaoyuan as a stepping stone to take the Xiaoyao sect further. Sect leader, Hua Shaoyuan slaughtered law enforcement hall disciples and chased down my son, Zhang Zhenshan.
No one can clear her of such crimes. We can use this to punish Hua Xiaoyuan and test the Immortal Ascension Sanctuary's response.
Hearing this,
Zhang Tianyu shuddered all over and lowered his head further. Since Li Xingge fell from power, he had come to see just how deep the Xiaoyao sect ran. Before the path to immortality, even your own father can't be trusted. Jiang Zhenshan thought he was plotting against them, not knowing Tang Keken and Zhang Baishu were behind it. Seeming to notice Zhang Tianyu trembling, Zhang Baishu looked at him gently. Tianyu, you're my favorite child. Don't overthink it. But as soon as he finished, the communication artifact at his waist glowed. Dad, save me. Hua Xiaoyun's gone crazy. She's trying to kill me. Zhenshan, you're my favorite child. Just hang on. I'm on my way. As Zhang Baishu finished speaking, another communication artifact at his waist lit up. Dad, didn't you say I was your favorite child? It's my birthday today. Why haven't you come yet? At those words, an awkward silence fell over the room. Tang Keken struggled to hold back a laugh. Jiang Tianyu stood up. Sect leader, father, if there's nothing else, Tianyu will take his leave. Watching Zhang Tianyu leave, Tang Keken sighed lightly. Xiaobai, your son, really takes after you. Yeah, after all, he's my favorite child. On the battlefield, Zhang Zhenshan tried to say something else, but found the communication artifact had been cut off. He warily looked around. The mist blocked every direction. He had no idea where he had flown. Just then, a light appeared deep in the fog. A monstrous force seemed to be closing in. Zhang Zhenshan sped toward the light, gritting his teeth as he raised his sword. All things as one, rise. With a full force slash, all the mist scattered in an instant. A grand palace appeared before him. When he saw Tang Keken and Zhang Baishu, Zhang Zhenshan's face filled with relief and joy. Old man, save me. But the moment he spoke, a sword pierced through his back. The powerful blow sent him crashing into Xiaoyao Hall. He was pinned hard to the floor. You pulled out your sword and walked inside. You promised me you wouldn't kill him. You promised. Tang Keken said nothing. Instead, he tossed over the recording stone in his hand. Take a look. A gift from the people of Nine Immortal City. You promised me. You clearly promised me. What the sect disciples did has nothing to do with me. I didn't order it, and I wasn't involved. I didn't take either side. Besides, sect rules will handle it afterward. Hua Zhuyuan, isn't that enough? How can you do this? Tang Keken was about to continue, but you wiped your tears and turned away. I'm not talking to you anymore. Holy shit, stop him, he's getting away. Seeing countless disciples and elders surround you, you panicked. I rushed here on impulse. Aren't I screwed now? I'm not arrogant enough to think I can fight through Tanfeng. Thinking that, you quietly backed toward Jiang Zhenshan. Then you held your sword to his neck. Seeming to see your intent, Tang Keken picked up the recording stone. Wei Jing, send the recording stone and this letter to the Immortal Ascension Sanctuary. Give them to Wang Tuxian, heir to the Immortal Slaying Sword. Tang Kewei, take Hua Xiaoyuan back and confine her to 100 Flowers Peak. Child, you made a grave mistake this time. The only ones who can save you are your childhood friends? Let's see. How much your bond with them is worth in lives. Just how powerful was this man's background? All 15 younger siblings were peerless prodigies and fiercely protective of their own. At Immortal Ascension Sanctuary's Immortal Slaying Mountain, Wang Tuxian had just left seclusion after forming her golden core. She was catching up with Sun Changshan and Zhao Wantao. But before the three could say much, Wei Jing appeared in the square. Wei Jing, head of Xiaoyao Sect's Law Enforcement Hall, greets the heir to the Immortal Slaying Sword, the heir to the Heaven Measuring Ruler, and Fairy Tuxian, chief disciple of Ghost Mist Isle. The sect leader asked me to give you this. Sun Changshan's face darkened. Could the Xiaoyao sect leader be trying to rob the cradle? Did he fail to court Sister Tuxian? He snatched the letter and glanced at it. But the next second his brow furrowed deeply. Are you kidding me? Brother Niu is entertaining clients at a brothel and colluding with demons to practice demonic arts? He chased fellow disciples for some demon girl? Is the Xiaoyao sect tired of living? How dare you frame Brother Niu? At that, Wang Tuxian's eyes turned icy. He could believe everything else, but not the last charge. Chasing fellow disciples for a demon girl? You don't even understand love. Even if you finally did, would you have the guts to chase fellow disciples? Wei Jing, right? Do you know the consequences of framing my brother? Whether it's true or not, come with us to the Xiaoyao sect, and we'll see. Bunny, should we call Sister Yoeu? Better not. Sister Yoeu doesn't listen to reason. If we bring her, the Xiaoyao sect may be wiped out. True, and not just the Xiaoyao sect. That demon girl who seduced Brother Niu would likely be skinned alive. Then Wang Tuxian gave a cold snort. Junior brothers and sisters, you've heard what happened to Brother Niu. What do you think we should do? The disciples of Immortal Slaying Mountain raised their swords and shouted, "Support Brother Niu's business. Spend money for Brother Niu." Wang Tuxian's face instantly darkened. Seeing this, the disciples quickly changed their tune. "Avenge our brother-in-law! Avenge our brother-in-law!" Wang Tuxian's face darkened even more, as if they'd found some huge secret. Zhao Hengtao wore a sly grin. Bro, you guys at Immortal Slaying Mountain sure play wild. Soon, the three worked out a plan. A moment later, the huge flying ship slowly rose with the three standing at the front, followed by nearly 10,000 disciples. Seeing this, Wei Jing cowered in a corner of Africa, shocked and scared. Oh no, this time it may not be Xiaoyuan causing trouble, but the sect master, and this is only 3 of them. If all 15 set out together, it's hard to imagine the storm they'd stir up in the eastern region. Meanwhile, after returning to 100 Flowers Peak, you wept every day. Unable to find Zhao Dingling's body, you could only build her an empty grave. Just then, Jiang Yingshu carried Zhao Dingling up the mountain. But halfway up, she saw the rough grave on the hillside. Out of curiosity, she peeked into the grave pit. She had no idea until she looked, and what she saw shocked her. In the grave pit, somehow,
A figure had sat up.
it stared at her with cold eyes. Oh my god, a corpse came back to life. What demon is causing trouble here? Yinzu, why are you at my 100 Flowers Peak? Oh my god. Xiaoyuan, what are you doing? Why aren't you asleep in your room at this hour? Why are you sleeping in this pit? You patted the dirt off yourself, looking dead serious. I dug a grave for Sister Dingling. I'm testing if it's comfy to lie in. Xiaoyuan's Sister Dingling is still alive. Xingge used a pill to keep her barely alive. He told me to bring her to you. He said you might be able to save her. Hearing Zhao Dingling was still alive, you dashed to Jiang Yinshu's side. After checking Zhao Dingling's breath, you finally breathed a sigh of relief. What do you mean, away? You thought for a while. Then an idea flashed in your mind. You remembered. The old village doctor used to save people by first cleaning wounds with saline, then disinfecting with peroxide, and finally stitching the wound. Then he'd wrap it in sterile gauze. That's how ordinary people treat it. The cultivation world's way can be improved. Clean the wound with blue sky yellow spring water. Disinfect it with netherfrost liquid. Then stitch it with the golden needle divine physician's art. Then bandage it with immortal king fruit cloth. Then give her a prescription you wrote yourself. With that, you quickly carried Zhao Dingling back to the room. You stayed busy for days. Meanwhile, a huge flying vessel flew into the endless mountains of the Carefree sect. The plaza was already packed. Countless disciples held up banners. All of them denounced you. On the flying vessel, Wang Tuxian and the others looked grim. Tushan is trying to turn us against each other. After landing, the 3 ignored Zhang Baishu's welcoming party and walked straight into the Carefree Hall. Tong Kekin wasn't angered by this. Instead, he ordered disciples to bring you in. But when Sun Chanshan saw you, he completely lost it.
He looked ready to fight the Carefree sect to the death.
Because you were carried into the hall, your eyes were rolled back. Foam poured from your mouth, and your body twitched now and then. You were also muttering nonsense. Sweet, sweet, sweet vanilla. Too much. Carefree sect, what did you do to Brother Niu? After Sun Changshan spoke, the disciples behind him stood up as well. Killing intent instantly swept through the hall. The Carefree sect's disciples and elders stood too. The tension became unbearable. The sight made Zhang Baishu break out in cold sweat. He hurriedly stopped everyone. Sit down. Don't act rashly. Don't act rashly. Let me take a look first. After a while, he finally sighed in relief. It's fine. It's fine. Just poisoning. Quick, go to Alchemy Peak and get Daioken. Daioken is our carefree sex alchemy prodigy. His medical skills are miraculous. Rest assured, everyone. He can cure junior brother Shaoyuan's poison. Before long, Daioken rushed over. An expert knows the moment he sees it. He first fed you a pill, then used spiritual power to dissolve its effects. You soon woke up. When you saw Sun Changshan and the others, you burst into tears. Changshan, Bunny, Taozi. They bullied me. They clearly said that if I beat the 3 prodigies of the discipline hall, they'd release Sister Dingling. But they secretly released Sister Dingling. Then while she was running for her life, they sent people to hunt her down. At those words, Sun Changshan flew into a rage. So you broke your word first. I did promise Shaoyuan, but the sect disciples defied orders and released that demon path woman on their own. She was killed while fleeing. At that, Tong Keken glanced at Zhang Baishu. The latter clapped his hands, and Zhang Zhenshang was dragged into the hall. Some disciples who released the demon path woman were already killed by Hua Shaoyuan. Only this man remains. He will be punished by sect rules. That's one case. Hua Shaoyuan attacked discipline hall disciples, causing several deaths, and badly injuring the Shaolu, the hall's prodigy. Then she hunted down Zhang Zhenshang and killed Zhang Dao and several others. That's another case. Given her ties to the prodigies of Flying Immortal Holy Land, I only confined her to 100 Flowers Peak. Is that not generous enough? Is that not enough respect for you all? His words were flawless. Wang Tuxian could see it too. They had been set up. He waved his hand, and all the disciples left the hall. Tong Keikan, at the head seat, waved too. Once the hall was empty, Wang Tuxian finally spoke coldly. Sect Master Tang, name it. What compensation does your sect want? The Bamboo Star Realm is about to open. Our carefree sect wants 4 more slots. At most, I'll give you 1 more.
3.
3, no less. 2. That's my limit. Isn't it just 3? Sect Master Tang, do you think holding Brother Niu's weakness means you can make Flying Immortal Holy Land submit? Let me tell you, the 3 of us came today. If Sister Yoayu had come, let alone 1 slot, she'd destroy your carefree sect, believe it or not. Hearing that, you curled your lip on the stretcher. I thought it was something serious. You should each give a little. 2.5 then. This fool knows nothing. Why is he butting in? Can a slot even be split in half? To their surprise, Wang Tuxian chuckled. Fine, 2.5. The half slot. If the carefree sect lets Brother Niu go, I'll add another half to make a full 1 for him. If you give it to someone else, then let his upper body go in and leave his lower body outside. Chanshan, carry the stretcher. With that, Wang Tuxian ignored Tang Keken's reaction and left with Sun and Dao. You crossed your legs on the stretcher. Like some big shot, Tong Keken watched their retreating backs, a faint smile forming on his lips. This was only a test. It seems Hua Shaoyuan holds a very important place in those 15 prodigies' hearts. After everyone left, Shadow stepped out from behind him. Sect Master, aren't you afraid they'll take Hua Shaoyuan back to Flying Immortal Holy Land? Don't be silly. He still has a spirit stone mine in the Wangshuan Mountains. Could he really bear to leave? Sure enough, just after leaving the hall, you sat up on the stretcher. Bunny, where are we going? Brother Niu, come to Flying Immortal Holy Land with me. This lousy sect isn't worth staying in. No. I'm staying here. I'm not going anywhere else. Brother Niu, are you hiding something from us? But you looked up at the sky. Bunny, I miss my mother. Hearing that, Wang Tuxian suddenly felt that this man, whose honest face once seemed so familiar, had somehow gained a hint of loneliness. All right, Brother Niu. If anyone bullies you again, send someone to Flying Immortal Holy Land to tell us. When we reach the peak, you can rule the entire eastern region. After watching the flying vessel leave, you stood alone on the mountaintop for a long time. On a certain day in the Immortal Spirit calendar, Saint Sun candidate Zhang Zhenshan was crippled. Next was the last Saint Sun candidate, Lu Xiangling. Just then, a man and woman suddenly emerged from the woods. The woman was Bai Luoi, the Water Manners lady. The The man was Shui Ji, Lord of Water Manor. Ever since Water Manor reappeared, everyone thought they had fled. No one expected them to be hiding in the carefree sect. Are you really the Flower Rain Empress? The child brought into this world back then. You said nothing, but gently pulled open your robe, revealing the deep red otherworldly flower below your collarbone. So Jiang Shenshan letting Zhao Dingling go was part of your scheme. You first set up Li Shenge, then used Zhao Dingling's life to trap Jiang Junshen, pulling him from the Saint Sun candidate spot. Master Shui, how can you think that of me? It was all fate's guidance. Child, so what if you become the Saint Sun? The whole Xiaoyao sect is still under Tang Kegan's control. The 7 peaks and 3 halls are all his loyalists. You won't get a chance. And how do you know? Xing Yu didn't set a trap for him? Maybe one foot is already in the abyss. Alright. Now only Lu Xiangling remains as a Saint Sun candidate. I don't need you to do anything. Just let him come out and get some air.
He's at such a lively age.
What's the point of always hiding in his cave to cultivate? After that, you ignored them both and hummed your way toward 100 Flowers Peak. The first thing you did as assassination chief was take all the killers on a team-building picnic. Who knew it would spark a strange wildfire? Yet the fire seemed to have eyes. It only burned Lu Xiangling's loft. It scared the Saint Sun's wife so badly. She welded the front door shut overnight. She even hid in a 1,000-meter pit to cultivate, watching the black smoke fill the sky. Li Xingge gave a bitter laugh. Lu Xiangling, looks like you sense the danger too, Hua Xiaoyuan. Even the heavenly Tao can't suppress your luck anymore? Or have you two already joined forces? Looks like it's time to start my plan. With that thought, Li Xingge suddenly raised his sword and viciously stabbed it into his brow. As his divine sense suddenly split, a ball of light was forced out. The pain nearly made him pass out on the spot, but Li Xingge was smiling. Sky window system, this bad debt, is mine to default on. Not even the King of Heaven can stop me. Then his aura quickly faded, and he vanished deep in the woods. No one noticed Li Xingge was gone, until days later, when Zhang Yinshu knelt outside your door. I, Zhang Yinshu, beg young Master Xiaoyuan to save my Xingge. Inside the loft, you were trembling all over. Damn, my clone is almost beyond control. The voice outside made you shudder even more. This is a danger warning for my luck. I can't go out. Damn it, this loft has sealed me in. I can't hear you. I can't hear anything. With that, you curled up under the covers. No matter how Zhang Yingshu called out, you kept ignoring her. Just when everyone thought you wouldn't act. 3 days later, you left the loft. Li Xingge sent you to ask me. No, this was all my idea. You helplessly glanced at her belly. Remember, you two owe me a life. Then you headed down the mountain. But moments later, a streak of sword energy struck beside Zhang Yinshu. Several spirit beast kidneys were wrapped in it. At the same time, a voice came from afar. Look how skinny you are. Eat them. Give the baby some nutrition. After holding on for days, Zhang Yingshu's tears finally burst forth. Who says he has no one to rely on? You Hui Xiaoyuan are his support. She picked up the foul-smelling kidneys and swallowed them without hesitation. Just then, the open wooden door of your loft closed again. Maybe it was just an illusion. But Zhang Yinshu seemed to see someone else inside. After arriving at the immortal-seeking city lord's manor, scrolls of intel were delivered before you. Su Mufeng looked grim. Xiaoyun, someone saw Li Shengge enter the Windflow Forbidden's ground. Led by the Holy Spirit King Chujiang, the 10 kings of hell also broke in. You frowned slightly at this. Li Xingge entered the Forbidden's ground. Is this how you plan to fight back? If I'm not mistaken, that so-called King Chujiang is a transmigrator from Blue Star. The 10 kings of hell from Tingfeng Pavilion are at least at the peak void refinement stage, plus a group of deity transformation and nascent soul cultivators. Thinking this, you waved at Su Mufeng at once. Old Su issued the order.
Tingfeng Pavilion harmed the former Saint Sun of Xiaoyao sect.
All spies tied to Tingfeng Pavilion have 10 breaths to leave the group. Those who refuse will be killed without mercy. Xiaoyun, there are so many spies. Can we really deal with them all? Old Su, some rules need teaching early. I'm destined to control all of Xiaoyao sect. They may allow these parasites to remain, but I won't. I care for the world and hate evil to the bone. Not just Tinfeng Pavilion, Fury Blood Hall, Yu Cult, or Xianyu Kingdom. Anyone blocking my path is a target. Before I left the mountain, the world's mess had nothing to do with me. But now that I've entered the Tao, righteousness is bound to rise.
Hearing this,
Suma Feng said no more. After he left, you looked towards Xiaoyou sect. Main body, you bet I'll die. While I bet I'll live. Even without your heaven-defying luck, I'll live and prove it to you. As the order went out from the city lord's manor, Immortal-seeking city erupted in uproar. But the city's clamor soon died down. Many people didn't take it seriously. After all, even when Li Xingge was in power, he dared not make such a demand. You simply waited in silence.
10 breaths passed quickly.
Just when everyone thought all was well, streams of sword energy shot from the tower. In mere moments, countless cultivators fell to the ground. Their bells fell with them. Then a commanding voice came from the tower. Raise the banners. The army marched tomorrow. The next day, 20,000 troops gathered below the city. Though your battle with Li Xingge had badly weakened Immortal-seeking city, under Yu Yukin's rule, the city recovered quickly. But seeing the ragged ranks, Su Mufeng looked deeply worried. Xiaoyuan, are we really making such a fuss over Li Xingge and Tinfeng Pavilion? Mufeng, Yingshu knelt at my door for 3 days and nights. I've decided to help her. That makes it worth it. With that, you entered the hall. After taking off your shirt, you carved talismans into your body with a blade. This body simply can't bear the power of nascent soul formation. You could only strengthen it with talismans. The sight horrified Su Mufeng. File a report. Ask Tianfen for reinforcements. It doesn't matter if Tang Kekin sends anyone. What matters is that I notified him before acting. So he can't say I acted on my own later. Half a day later, the request reached Xiaoyou Hall, but Zhang Baishu received it. After Tang Kekin received Shadow's technique, he had remained in seclusion. Before entering seclusion, he specifically ordered that, unless the sky was falling, he was never to be disturbed. Yet only days into seclusion, Li Xingge ran into trouble. Fine, Tian Yu. Send your brother and Wang Yu to help. Give them a chance to redeem themselves. After Zhang Tianyu left, Zhang Baishu summoned Shadow. Peak Master Zhang has confirmed that Hua Xiaoyuan in Immortal-seeking city is a clone. The main body never left 100 Flowers Peak. He never left the room. Ah, yes. I tried getting close to the small building. He seems to be working on some device and is very cautious. What kind of device do you think it is? I did hear him muttering something about separation, filtering, purification, and removal. Go. Keep a close eye on Hua Xiaoyuan. But just as Shadow left the shop, he got a message from Cultivation Dog, then eagerly ran off on a blind date. Just then, inside the loft, you warily looked out the window. Strange. Shadow didn't come to watch me today. You swept the area with your divine sense. After confirming no one was there, you took out one device after another. This was the project you were working on, the system separator. There should be differences between systems. For now, the only one confirmed to have a system is Li Xingge, but that's far from enough. I need more parameters. I hope he can lure out more transmigrators. With that, you kept tinkering. The whole device has dozens of parts. Flesh-soul separator separates the soul from the body. Soul filter filters and splits the 3 souls and 7 spirits. True spirit clarifier grinds up the souls, then extracts the true spirit. Quantum entangler finds quantum interference entangled with the target's true spirit. So after the whole process, no matter where that so-called system is hiding, you're sure you can drag it out. Now all we need is a target. Whether we can find one or not depends on how well the clone does. Meanwhile, the Immortal-seeking city army had assembled. But something felt off. Vanguard General Zhang Jinjin showed up late. Left-wing commander Meng Faiyan was doing her hair. Right-wing commander the Tianju was touching up her makeup. Zhang Zhenshen, who came as reinforcements, was dumbfounded. We're screwed. This time, we're getting killed. Wang Yu's bunch can be trusted. If we go to war, we need to watch each other's backs. Our top priority is staying alive. Senior brother Zhang, how about we ask to go back to prison? Losing freedom is way better than losing our lives. Jiang Zhenshan wanted to go home too, but leaving now would be desertion. People would curse us forever. Damn it. Are we really worse than a bunch of male escorts? Even Hui Xiaoyun isn't scared. What are you scared of? Half a day later, the army reached the Forbidden Zone's edge. A sky full of sand blocked the fleet outside. When the Wind Listener Pavilion spies saw that ragtag bunch, they didn't even bother hiding. Some just ignored them outright. Su Mefeng and the others couldn't take that insult. They started hurling insults right away. Some even spat downward. Meanwhile, Zhang Shanshan and Wang Yuling retreated to the rear of the army, ready to run at any moment. Elsewhere, Zhang Baishu saw the scene in the bronze mirror.
His face looked just as grim.
Tianyu, issue an announcement. Anything Hua Xiaowen does outside has nothing to do with the Carefree sect. Oh, and add this. Those immortal-seeking city troops are trainee city guards. They aren't the Carefree sect's regular forces. Besides the Carefree sect, the Immortal Moon Kingdom was also watching the Flowing Wind Realm. Dongcheng, Marquis of Pingchuan, who guarded the border, was frowning deeply as well. Strange. The commanders haven't shown themselves. Could Hua Xiaoyun be bluffing with an empty city? But the next second, Dongcheng's pupil suddenly contracted. A figure appeared in the sky. The sunset's glow suddenly pierced his body, turning the clothes across the mountains into a black talisman covering heaven and earth. He's drawing on the power of heaven and earth. He's using the sunset's last light as a sword, and the world's shadows to draw a talisman. At the same time, two spirit transformation experts from the Wind Listener Pavilion saw the same sight. Fall back deeper inside. Inform the Lord. The Carefree sect is about to storm the Forbidden Zone. But it was already too late. The black figure's arm suddenly swung down, as if tearing down a crimson sun. The sandstorm over the old city was forcibly split apart by that sword. One spirit transformation expert instantly became a rain of blood. Hundreds of golden core and nascent soul cultivators turned to dust. But the price of that strike was devastating. You lost your entire right arm. Even worse, the sun had set. Without luck on my side, am I really going to die here? Seeing a gap torn in the sandstorm, Su Mefeng quickly ordered the fleet to attack. Spirit cannons rained down on the battlefield. Countless Wind Listener Pavilion cultivators fled in panic. Group up and defend. Don't split up. Block the sand. It'll cover the sky again soon. Hold it back. The leading spirit transformation expert tried to command the chaotic crowd. But who would listen now? Just as he fell into despair, a one-armed figure staggered into his arms.
He instinctively caught him.
How are you? Are you okay?
Hang on, the Lord is just ahead.
But before he could finish, an arm pierced through his chest, gripping his primordial spirit tightly. You have kindness in your heart. You're not cut out to be an assassin. It doesn't matter if you chose wrong this life. Choose again in the next. With a hard squeeze, the man's primordial spirit shattered, becoming countless lights that flowed into you. Hua, you really dared attack the Wind Listener Pavilion. Why wouldn't I? Meanwhile, watching the closing sandstorm, Su Mefeng was frantic aboard the warship. If they kept using the warships, they'd only be buried in the sand sea. Having made up his mind, he dove toward the ground. Everyone, abandon ship and charge with me. At his command, those effeminate cultivators landed at once. Their eyes had completely changed. Black mist suddenly poured from the Tianju's bronze mirror. Endless evil ghosts lunged out, freezing cultivators into ice statues. Meng Fian burst out of her clothes on the spot, revealing a body full of muscle. Then she pulled out two pink hammers. One hammer, one kid. Wang Yu and Zhang Shenshen were stunned by the sight. Are these Hua Xiaowen's personal troops? They entertain clients when busy, and fight wars in their spare time. They're all ruthless freaks. We didn't offend them before, did we? Rescuing people was a lie. Taking the system was the real goal. But such a top-secret matter was carelessly leaked by you. Xiaoyun, what brings you to Peak Hall? Peak Master Zhang, I've recently developed a magic device. I was going to apply for a patent at Key Refining Peak. It's called the Flesh-Soul Separator. It's used to separate the body and soul. After your explanation, Zhang Baishu finally understood. This is a fucking madman's invention. A flesh-soul separator? with one slap. He could separate flesh from soul too. All right. Xiao Yuan, cultivators should focus on cultivation. Don't let toys distract you. Seeing Zhang Baishu lose interest, you dejectedly put the device away, while muttering, if I don't separate them clearly, how can I find the system inside Li Xingge? It's a divine artifact that trades luck directly for cultivation. At those words, Zhang Baishu, who was about to leave, froze. What did you say? No, I didn't say anything. After you hurried away, Zhang Baishu's expression darkened. He quickly stopped a passing Heavenly Peak disciple. Do you know what spirit root Li Xingge has? When Chief Disciple Xingye joined, he tested as having only a dual-element spirit root, but his comprehension is very high. Over the years, he has faced almost no bottlenecks. Hearing that, Zhang Baishu's pupils shrank. Something's off. Li Xingge really has a great opportunity. Li Xingge must be saved. And only I can save him. After thinking it over, Zhang Baishu warily looked around, then casually flew toward the mountain gate. The same scene played out across the 4 main peaks. The other 3 peak masters also rushed to the flowing wind forbidden zone. Meanwhile, Hua Shaoan's clone had reached the depths of the forbidden zone. Across the endless sea of sand, thousands of cultivators were salvaging bones. King Chujiang, at this rate, how long will it take to find Li Xingge? In that case, I wonder if the Xiaoyao Sex Liu Yun has any better ideas. Li Xingge cares about his image. Though this flowing wind sand sea is dangerous, he should still be alive. Have someone dump manure into the sand sea. Within 2 days, you'll force him out. That's disgusting. The wind and sand are too strong here. If we do as you say, it'll probably blow onto my head. As they spoke, the clone walked up to King Chujiang. He immediately pulled out a book and handed it over. I have another option. Give Li Xingge to me. I'll trade this for him. On the cover were several gold-stamped words. The CHU clan sword scripture. Man, are you from the Ark world or the Tianyuan universe? Seeing that the clone said nothing, King Chujiang curiously opened the manual, but the pages inside were completely blank. What does this mean? I haven't had time to write it yet, but don't worry, you won't be disappointed. Just those 4 words on the cover, and you want to trade for Li Shen's life? And the hundreds of thousands of luck he owes the system? Are you screwing with me? I offered a trade to save you some face, but you don't know what's good for you. You're insulting my intelligence. As they spoke, both men attacked at once. The cliff collapsed layer by layer from their force. The 8 soul formation cultivators of Wind Listener Pavilion drew their swords, ready to join the siege at any moment. After the clone and King Shujiang exchanged several moves, they both pulled back. Just then, the people from Fragrant Courtyard also arrived. Hue Shaolin ordered a retreat. The gap is too big. We can't rush in Zhang Zhenshang's view. 4 against 8 meant no chance of winning, not to mention a peak void refinement cultivator in the sky. Just when everyone thought the outcome was settled, the clone pulled out an ore stone and held it tight. Then he crushed it. Do you all see this? I have a spirit stone mine in the Forgotten River Mountains. How much do assassins make in a month? This job is pretty risky, right? Do they pay you thousands or just hundreds? Seeing the mockery on their faces, the clone went all in on the taunts. No way. Don't tell me you're risking your lives on an unpaid job. Tisk, TSK. You guys really have it rough. Ma Feng, tell them what benefits you get on this job. Suma Feng caught on and spoke at once. This campaign is company funded. Soul formation bonus. 30,000 spirit stones. Military merit. Kill a golden core. Get 100. Kill a nascent soul. Get 3,000. Kill a soul formation. Get 20,000. Meal allowance. 30 per person per day. All magic treasure damage is covered. Pills are subsidized by cultivation level. Key refining gets 1 tier 1 pill. Foundation establishment gets tier 2. And so on. As Suma Feng kept calculating, the 8 soul formation cultivators looked worse and worse. Why did they become assassins? Wasn't it because the money came fast? But now someone was telling them, with the same credentials, the same experience, they were the lowest paid. Who the hell could take that? Isn't that just bullying honest people? After Suma Feng finished,
Someone finally couldn't hold back. With benefits this good, are you still hiring? If you're interested, register with Mafeng. The temporary mine in the Forgotten River Mountains can last another 100 years. For now, we're hiring the Tiger King security team. We're hiring long-term too, and at 100 Flowers Peak. I also have flour cake and beef farming factories. Our business already covers the whole Xiaoyou sect. We plan to expand beyond the sect. There are plenty of jobs and opportunities right here. Seeing everyone hesitate, Suma Feng decisively took out a golden bell. Everyone, I'm just like you. I'm also an assassin of Wind Listener Pavilion. Xiaoyu and I both serve under King Qingguang. Joining us isn't betraying Wind Listener Pavilion. It's just an internal transfer. At those words, the soul formation cultivators suddenly understood. Oh, so that's how it is. Well, this is a real family misunderstanding. I've admired King Qingguang ever since I was born. I finally found my place today. Yeah, exactly. Me too. In an instant, 6 of the 8 soul formation cultivators switched sides. Only 2 of King Chujiang's direct disciples stood there, staring at each other in confusion. Because the wind and sand above were so strong, King Chujiang couldn't hear what they were saying below. He gradually grew impatient. Attack! What are you waiting for? But as soon as he finished speaking, a spiritual energy storm suddenly rose below. The 2 surrounded soul formation cultivators were badly wounded at once. Before King Chujiang could react, an arm suddenly pierced through his chest from behind. Then came the blast of an explosive talisman. Seeing things go wrong, King Chujiang decisively fled. We'll meet again. Get ready for the assassination of a peak void refinement cultivator. From now on, you'd better pray you never fall asleep. After everyone cleared out the assassins, they continued searching for Li Xingge. I want to see him alive. If dead, I want the body.
After saying that,
The clone flew off on his sword after King Chujiang. But the moment he entered Xianyu Nation, Marquis Dongcheng of Pingchuan blocked his way. Sir, ahead lies Xianyu Nation. Xiaoyao sect cultivators are forbidden to pass. Are you with King Chujiang or not? No, I am Dongcheng, Marquis of Pingchuan of Xianyu Nation. I guard the empire's border. If you're not with him, why are you stopping me? The Xiaoyao sect has always clashed with Xianyu Nation at the border. You are a candidate for Xiaoyao sect's holy son. Naturally, I can't let you through. The clone could see clearly now. This guy was here to take advantage of the chaos. He wanted to make trouble for the Xiaoyao sect. Move, or I'll chop you up too. I said Xiaoyao sect members are forbidden ahead. Before Dongcheng could finish, endless snowflakes formed in the sky. They turned into sword talismans that rained down. Huai Xiaoyun, you really dare attack? Aren't you afraid of starting a war between Xiaoyao sect and Xianyu Nation? Dongcheng was about to retreat and dodge, when a huge palm smacked him across the face. He crashed into the endless mountains. Stop, Hua Xiaoyuan. You can't kill me. The clone ignored him completely. One sword strike fell. His head flew off instantly. Lu Xianfu. Destroy. As his words fell, the flying head was instantly ground into nothingness by overwhelming power. After doing all that, the clone kept chasing King Chujiang. As news of Dongcheng's death spread, the entire Qingzhou cultivator army mobilized. The border through the endless mountains was filled with killing intent. Meanwhile, after King Chujiang flew hundreds of miles, he collapsed in a forest, too weak to go on. Still shaken, he tossed 2 pills into his mouth. He had just started to dress his wounds when he saw Sword Light chasing after him. Damn it! Damn it! Why would Marquis Pingchuan let Hua Xiaowang cross the border? Has that bastard lost his mind? With no time to think, King Chujiang kept running. But the moment he left, that hill was blasted into a huge crater. By then, the Xiaoyao sect was in chaos. Sect Master Tang Kekin was in seclusion, and all 4 peak masters were missing. Zhang Chenyu was overwhelmed, handling report after report. Everywhere the clone went, countless cultivators died. Everyone was counting on Tang Kewei to take charge. But you had stopped her in the ancestral hall. Master, where are you going? Xiaoyun, you went too far this time. Though the immortal Moon Nation has long clashed with our Xiaoyou sect, we've always kept the balance these past years. How is this any different from demonic cultivation? So, Master, you're going to use your authority as Peak Master to strip me of my Holy Son candidate title and hand me to the immortal Moon Nation to calm the Moon Emperor's rage? Tong Koei said nothing, because that was exactly what she intended. And in this situation, anyone would do the same. Hey, Master, you were born and raised in the Xiaoyao sect. All you've seen is these mountains in bloom. All you've smelled is this gentle floral scent. I don't blame you for being so sheltered, but I'm different. I was born on the battlefield. The moment I was born, I was running for my life. I've seen with my own eyes. Immortals die right before me. I've watched whole starfields collapse. I spent 10 years in an incubator. No, maybe it was 20 years, or 100. It's been so long, I've forgotten. I've been drifting ever since, until I settled in Shangba village. Maybe in your eyes, killing too many people makes one a demonic cultivator. But in my eyes, anyone in my way is a demonic cultivator. Master, do you want to become one too? That left Tang Keiwei completely speechless. A dignified Xiaoyao sect peak master like her was called sheltered by some kid from the mountains. It was completely absurd. In the end, after holding it in for ages, she managed a few words. Xiaoyuan, you had a pretty rough childhood. I'm sorry, but I must answer to the entire Xiaoyao sect. You didn't stop Tang Keiwei from leaving. Instead, you pulled the spirit tablet from the altar into your hand and crushed it into powder. Tang Keiwei, that day I hid in Demon Abyss for shelter. Then someone dug up my grave, sullied my honor, and nearly scared me to death. Fine, you came in. But when you left, you even put a huge rock on my grave. You wanted me dead. And now you play the grieving cat in this shrine every day. Do you feel guilty? Guilty that Immortal lived and died because of you. Guilty that you trapped an unknown soul in the abyss. Don't you think that's hypocritical? At those words, Tong Kuei's pupils suddenly shrank. It's you. You're not dead? Husband, I didn't mean to. I was terrified back then. I thought it was something from Demon Abyss. A taboo thing crawling out to get me. Believe me, I really didn't mean to. How do you know I'm not one of those so-called taboo beings? Madam, we're all waiting for you. We're all waiting for you at the bridge of no return. Tong Koei's whole body jolted. She was so scared she fainted. Hey, wake up. Stop faking it. I was just messing with you. But no matter how you called, Tong Keiwei didn't respond. Still, her trembling lashes gave her away. She really is faking it. A Tribulation Realm cultivator can't be afraid of ghosts. She's just too embarrassed. So she's pretending to crash. You didn't expose her. Instead, you took the Peak Master's token from her waist. A moment later, you arrived at Xiaoyao Hole, past disciples from every peak and many elders, then sat right on the sect master's throne. How dare you, Hua Xiaoyuan? What are you doing? Sitting down? Are you blind? Get down now. That's the sect master's throne. How dare you act up here? That's right, Hua Xiaoyuan. Your clone slaughtered cultivators of Moon Immortal Nation, bringing their army to our gates. Not only do you show no remorse, but you want to seize the throne too? Faced with accusation after accusation, you pulled out Tang Kuei's Peak Master's token, then made a shushing gesture. At the same time, a mass of black clouds formed in the sky. A mighty Tribulation Realm aura came crashing down. The elders in Xiaoyao Hall looked up in horror. A strange Tribulation Realm aura? How can there be another Tribulation Realm cultivator in the sect? Could it be the sect ancestor? Or an Elder Supreme leaving seclusion? Elder Supreme, my ass. Are you blind? That's demon aura. Demon aura. You looked calmly at everyone. Why are you making such a fuss? With the sect master in seclusion, and the peak masters missing, I invited a Tribulation Realm friend over to back us up. Makes sense, right? The sect master isn't here, and neither are the peak masters. Lu Xianing entered death seclusion, and I'm the sect Saint Sun candidate. I can only take over Xiaoyao sect's affairs for now. Who objects? At those words, all the elders below rolled their eyes. In a situation like this, who would dare step up? They'd be made an example of. That's more like it. Now, I issue my first order. Appoint Hua Xiaoyuan as the sect Saint Sun. in charge of the 100 cities of Pearl Peak. Who agrees? Who objects? When no one spoke, you smiled and patted Jiang Tianyu on the shoulder. Tianyu, draft a decree. Send the sect's decision to every city lord at once. Saint Sun, without the sect master's seal, the city lords won't recognize it. Hearing about the seal, you smiled and pulled a radish from your robe. Sure enough, official seals matter everywhere. Good thing you came prepared. It's just a seal, right? Your sword skills are divine. Carving this thing is easy. In moments, a sect master's seal and 7 peak master personal seals were carved. After Jiang Tianyu took the seals, he frowned tightly. Saint Sun, this thing won't work. This is the cultivation world. The sect master seal and peak master seals all carry their own unique Dao aura. Is there no other way? I know what you're trying to do, but there's really no need for this. You can announce it in Xiaoyao sect's name. Say the person who entered Qing province wasn't you, but someone from another faction, trying to start a war between Xiaoyao sect and Moon Immortal Nation, impersonating you to slaughter innocents. As long as Moon Immortal Nation can't catch him, and can't prove his soul aura matches yours, it'll hold up.
Hearing this,
Everyone in the hall brightened. Right. You never left Xiaoyao sect. That story could work. But after a few moments, you gave a simple, sunny smile. No, that was my clone. My inner demon, raised with my own 2 hands. After that, you ignored everyone, walked out of the hall, and flew away on your sword. Meanwhile, Northwatch City, Qing Province, Hua Shaoan's clone dragged her sword through the ruins. Brother Xishu, where are you? Where are you? I've looked so hard for you. Don't leave me, okay? Did you forget our promise? You said you'd keep me awake. I did what you said. I never slept. I haven't slept at all. Come out. King Chujiang hid beneath the rubble, not daring to make a sound. Now he only regretted running his mouth. Worst of all, this girl was a real pain, and impossible to kill. As the clone came closer and closer, King Chujiang was frantic. He clasped his hands and prayed non-stop. Lady Celestial, save me, save me. At the same time, Moon Yulu, the current Moon Emperor of Moon Immortal Nation, had just climbed out of his 5,000 square foot bed. He pulled a phone from under his pillow. A huge exclamation mark was flashing non-stop on the screen. Dear Fate System No. 7 host, your virtual pet, King Chujiang, is being hunted. Would you like to pay $200 to resolve this crisis? What a useless piece of trash. After complaining, Yulu glanced at his remaining $300 balance, gritted his teeth and paid $10. Ding! Congratulations, host. You successfully paid $10 to buy your virtual pet a blood-lock pill. After taking the blood-lock pill, for 10 days, no matter what damage your virtual pet takes, it will stay at 1 HP. As the notification ended, the despairing King Chujiang suddenly shuddered. A glowing pill appeared in his hand. Without hesitation, he tossed the pill into his mouth. But just then, a powerful force grabbed his ankle and yanked him out from under the door panel. Then a sword pinned him through the waist. The system. Hand over your system. Hui Xiaoyun, you've got it wrong. You've got it wrong. I don't have one. I have nothing. I'm just a broke assassin. I don't know anything about a system, really. Please let me go. I won't threaten you anymore. You're lying to me. The clone suddenly drew his long sword and stabbed him again. Are you talking or not? Where is the system? The long sword pierced King Chujiang again and again. Yet he simply wouldn't die. He clung to his last drop of health. Soon, the clone noticed something was wrong too. You said you didn't have a system. What's going on? Is the system behind this? Hua Xiaoyun, don't push it. Believe it or not, I'll kill myself right now. Then go ahead and die. You liar. The stabbing continued. King Chujiang's face was filled with despair. He truly wanted to die now. But he just couldn't. His body was powerless, and he was twitching from the pain. Yet his mind was unusually clear. Damn it, the celestial fairy tricked me. This went on for several hours. The clone's hands were sore. Just as he was about to rest, a huge flying ship suddenly burst through the clouds. A man appeared on the deck. Li Guan, governor of Qingzhou. Then a second figure appeared in the sky. Dong Feiyi,
the Pingshuan Marquis Estate's strongest expert. With the two of them arriving, countless sword lights came from every direction. The entire Beiwang city was surrounded like an iron barrel. 2 void refiners, over a dozen soul formation cultivators, and countless nascent soul and core formation cultivators. What an impressive show of force. So this is where my true death tribulation is? Before the clone could finish musing, Li Guang in the sky had already drawn his bow. Just being locked onto by that killing intent made the clone, Hua Xiaoyuan, feel his soul nearly freeze. As the bowstring began to vibrate, a silver arrow wrapped in wind and lightning came screaming toward him. At the critical moment, he suddenly turned his head. It struck King Chujiang right between the brows. Countless bolts of lightning exploded. King Chujiang convulsed all over from the shock. His eyes rolled back. For fuck's sake, can you aim a little better? But before he could celebrate, the second arrow had already arrived silently. It slammed straight into the clone Hua Xiaoyuan's throat. Through his blurry vision, he saw countless sword lights closing in. After letting out a cold laugh, he barely managed to form a hand seal. The tattered black clothes on his body instantly exploded. One glowing pattern after another appeared across his body. These explosive talisman runes were his final move at the end of the road. I'm dead, body. You can probably sleep soundly now, and never have to fear me, or this unknown thing that suddenly appeared. Just then, the talismans covering his body suddenly went dead. Then a calm voice rang out. Me? Afraid of you? You've got to be kidding, Original. Look at you, dressed in rags, with those worn-out clothes. Were you robbed? Where's that gorgeous immortal robe of yours? And your heavenly gold-blessing hairpin? Your meteor butterfly sword? Where did it all go? To come save a fool like you. I pawned every last one. Damn it, my entire dowry is gone. As he prepared to self-destruct, he was horrified to discover that every talisman on his body had gone dead, and the person who had saved him was the very person who had wanted him dead. But before he could ask why, you produced a tiger-shaped rune. The tiger's roar shook the mountains and forests. As the enormous roar echoed across the sky, the sword lights filling the heavens instantly shattered. Countless fragments flew past your cheeks. As if deliberately avoiding you, you nodded in satisfaction. Those blessed by good fortune are untouched by every evil. After finishing all this, you tapped the clone's forehead with your index finger. In an instant, he turned into a streak of light and merged into your body. Then you hoisted King Chujiang onto your shoulder and ran. Li Guang, recovering from the tiger's roar, pulled the bowstring again in the sky. When you saw a storm of arrows shooting toward you, you immediately swung King Chujiang around as a shield. Before long, you vanished from Li Guang's sight. Damn, that fast? Give chase. I want to see whether his legs are faster, or my flying ship. Seeing the flying ship pursuing you, you wailed in despair. Damn it, they're chasing me. Run yourselves to death, you bastards. You stuffed flatbread into your mouth as you ran to restore your strength. Compared to your miserable state, King Chujiang, being dragged along the ground, had it even worse. By now, his head was covered in huge bumps from the impacts. His body was still riddled with spiritual swords that had not dissipated. Sick, could you let me go? At least fly on your sword. It wasn't that you didn't want to fly on your sword. The problem was that, to save the clone, you had pawned your sword, and the person who had received all your belongings was now standing on a mountain not far away. He occasionally dusted off non-existent dirt from his clothes, or even breathed on his sleeve and wiped away the grime hanging there. Seeing this scene, you nearly ground your teeth to powder. Senior Tiger King, help me hold off the pursuers. After shouting this, you fled toward the Wangchuan Mountains. Hey, Hua Xiaoyuan, could you be more careful? You got my new clothes dirty? Believe it or not, I'll beat you up. When you gave no response, he gave a disdainful snort. Forget it. Seeing how broke you look, I'll forgive you this time. He shifted his gaze back. The Martial King drew your meteor butterfly sword. With one casual slash, the entire sky was torn in two by the sword energy. The demon territory lies ahead. Human cultivators are forbidden to enter.